One thing I would mention, I'm gonna mute people just in case I don't know who's gonna have background noise, but y'all could definitely unmute yourselves and interrupt me and ask questions. It's all good. Um, One thing I would mention though, as I'm doing this, and well, I'm gonna just talk for me and kind of say it for anybody else, but while I'm charting and I'm doing stuff and even showing stuff about swing trades, understand that I'm talking about the strat, right? For the last 4 weeks, including today, that's what I've been talking about is the strat in class in the classes, right? So for it to even click even better for you, try not to think about the time frame too much. We're going to talk about time frames and things of that nature, but I hear a lot of people like ask me, I had a question. I forgot what part of the chat it was, but somebody had asked, like, I see you charting on a 4 hour or like the 1 hour. But that's how I took my screenshot, right? And it's just like on the phone, it just depends like how many lines you have, right? Because you have but so much room. I may choose a certain time frame to take the picture on so you could be able to grasp, see everything and see where I'm getting the target. So don't let that confuse you either, right? Like, and the reason I understand that is because I chart on bigger time frames, and just to alert people, I've seen people take more of my trades or the watch list trades, might I say, when I have it on like a 15-minute time frame, because in their minds, they're psychologically thinking, okay, this is for like a quick day trade. They're all day trades and scalps, and then it can turn into a swing if it continues to go in that direction and it's holding price. So just always keep that in mind when we're talking about the strat. You want to be following these numbers, right? The setups and things of that nature, and understanding the reversals between continuations, right? Because then you'll know, like, oh, we just got a reversal, so it can continue a little much longer, right? Depending on the time frame. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about how to swing trade with the strat. Before I do start, does anybody have any questions? Y'all can unmute yourselves or drop them in the chat. Or you can tell me a chart that you would suggest me to talk about it on. Because I was just gonna pick any chart, to be honest. It's like the
Well, we can still talk about the SPY because
talk about
it's.
SPY.
Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. I just be trying to see what people be wanting to do. Some people may want to do it on a small account because they want to buy a lot of contracts. Um,
Oh, okay, that's good too. No,
And
I
someone,
just, because the SPY right now is at 408.
yeah, but I'll do it on SPY. I'm saying I'll jump around. I'll jump around on different charts. So let me delete all of this stuff on SPY because we'll rechart it.
someone in the chat asked if you can review reversal and continuations.
Say that one more time. You was just really mumble. I couldn't hear you. Someone in the chat asked about reversals and I'll go to the chat. My bad.
Yeah. Someone in the chat asked if you could go over reversals and continuations.
Yeah, I seen that just now. Sure, if I have time, or I'll just go through it real quick. When I say if I have time, why is my computer on so slow? Why you don't want to delete, homie? Come on now. Or yeah, save. Delete. Yes. It's because when I go through stuff, I like to go through it like in detail. But no, yeah, absolutely. I don't know why that's not wanting to delete. That is so weird. I'm just trying to get this all off the chart so it doesn't throw someone off. Let me stop sharing my screen. But it be throwing me off too sometimes. Because I'll see a line and be like, yo, did I have that for support or resistance or something? Okay, I don't know why you're not deleting. It's that one. We'll figure you out some other time. But yeah, I hope everybody had a good trading day. Like, oh, y'all can't see my facial expression. I'm like, what's going on? What's up with all this? There we go. I just needed to refresh all them alerts. Cool. Awesome. All right. So one thing, I guess I'll just real quick run over the reversals and continuations. It doesn't matter on what time frame I'm on, right? It's just about identifying, like how we know that if we draw a line right here, we can identify that that is support, right? It's not like a perfect or good support, but it's support, right? If we was to draw a line there, you can identify that, right? Because the candles are coming down, they're stopping right there, right? Consolidating a little bit, finding some type of support, and then it goes right back up, right? You can obviously as well, if I was to draw a line right here, identify some type of resistance, right? Because we see the candles come down, start rejecting that, right? And not just break out just like that. It's just like when it was coming down here and try to go up, it was rejecting that area, just like right here, and it came back down. We can identify that, right? So with that being said, it's about identifying what reversals and continuations are, and it makes the strat even easier because now you know if what you're trading, if you're trading it in a reversal or if you're trading it in a continuation, right, inside of that Browning formation. So and one thing that I will add is using the strat and just using the strat in the combo sheet. There will be times where you will get faked out, especially using like a 1 hour or anything smaller, right? And I can even say a 2 hour. The reason I say that is because you'll see the difference when I go to a bigger time frame. This right here, as you see, are all two downs. Yeah, we're getting some threes, but everything's still heading down. Two down. And it's two down because it broke the previous candle, right? So two down, and it didn't break the previous high. So two down right here, still two down. It's a green candle, but it still broke the previous low, two down. This is a reversal, two up. It could not hold this reversal though. So it reversed right back down, right? Because if it went two up, that's the reversal. If it would have kept going two up, that's the continuation. So it did not, it still took out its target and gave you the move that it was going to give you, right? And still went up high. And that was still a nice reversal from the entry point of like around 390 or 391 to take you all the way to about 392. You still made a bag off of that, right? So long story short, it reversed right back down, two down, right? This one is a two down continuation, right? Because it's green, but it still went two down after the two up, two down. That's the reversal, that's the continuation. You see how you could continue to get faked out around here, right? So then on top of that, this is the reversal back up, and now you're going to see a whole bunch of continuations. Two down on that green candle, that doji, two down, you take it real quick. You take it at the high of that doji, right? I probably didn't put it there that close, but let's try to get it there. But you take it at the high of that doji at 391.43, right? That'll be your entry. Automatically, the strat sets you up with a stop loss. That on the bottom of this, you know how I always be like, oh, that's your put entry. That is, since we're going for calls, that is your stop loss, right? So this is just the lines looking all crazy. Let me put it a little perfect so you can see your stop loss never got hit. They try to come take you, they tried to take you out and they was not able. They weren't successful, right? So that's a reversal right there. Two down, two up, continuation, two up. Doesn't matter that it's a small candle, regardless of the fact it went two up and it did not go two down, the direction is two up. Next candle, two up. Next candle, one, inside bar. Now, this is setting you up for a continuation on a 2-1-2 bullish reversal, but that's what we call it, but they give you the continuations as well. This is setting you up actually for a 2-1-2 bullish continuation. Why is it doing? Why am I saying that? Well, Moody, why are you saying that? Because we had a reversal already, two down, two up, two up, two up, inside bar, right? You're either going to take it to the call or take it to the puts, right? Right here is a continuation, 2-1-2 continuation because you had your reversal already, right? 2-1-2 continuation, two continuation, two continuation, two continuation. You see this 2-1-2 continuation? Watch how easy it is. 2-1-2 continuation into a 2-2-2 continuation, right? So once you got that 2-1-2, you continue to the upside. Two up, two up, two up. This candle right here still went two up. Did not stop you out. If you continue to bring your stop loss up from down here, you could have brought it down here. Once you had your next candle, you could have brought it right on the bottom of that candle. When you get your next candle, you bring it on the bottom of that one. The next one, you do the same thing too. You see how you never got stopped out because it never went 2 down. That's the
why I'm hooked on the feeling.
Yup, I'm telling you, baby girl, I'm trying to tell her to get hooked on this feeling. You know what I mean? Because I'm hooked, baby girl. You know what I'm saying? But look, so what you do is you continue to bring your stop up, right? And you're not getting stopped out because you're not bringing your stop up on this candle. Is when this candle went up, right? And you're going to leave it on the bottom of this one. When this candle finishes, that's when you go ahead and bring this candle up because you're going to let the live one try to come take you out, right? So at the end of the day, real quick, 2-1-2 continuation, 2-2 continuation, 2 up continuation. This is when you would have got out your trade if you was just following the strat, right? Right here. As soon as it would have broke that low, you could have got out your trade because it reversed back to the downside, but then quickly reversed right back up, right? It just gave you a 3-bar. It took that target out. Once it did that, we also know why it did that. Why did it do that? Because the strat is letting us know that that's the weekly opening level price right here at 395, 395.73, right? We know that the whole entire week is not going to change. So we know that this is where they're going to try to fight, just like they'll try to fight the daily opening, right? Right here. You see all this consolidation, bull flag, breakout. As soon as you see this, they're testing the daily opening. Boom, coming down. But anyways, let me, well, I explained that. That's what you would have got out because they would have gave you a 2 down reversal. If you would have been risky and stood in, you still would have been in profits, right? You would have been right here, another reversal. The strat wouldn't call it an actual reversal, but it is until up here, but it's because it went 2 down and then 2 up. Yeah, they would have called it a reversal because that's why Sarah Sniper created the 50% retracement rule, and that's the 1 rep strat. My apologies. But that's not a 1 bar, right? But long story short, I had to close my eyes and think about that. But it went 2 up, right? So I mean 3, because it went 2 down, then 3 bar, then it went 2 up, right? 1 bar, inside bar, 2 down, but this is still an inside bar, right? This is strat advanced, I would say. The reason I say that is because you're gonna be following these numbers, right? And you see inside bar, 2 down, right? 2 down and then 2 down. But I understand that this is an inside bar and this is an inside bar. Why do I know that? It's because it hasn't broke this range. Anything that really doesn't, anything that really doesn't break this blue line's range, the high of this candle and the low of this candle is the inside bar to this candle. Right? I automatically knew that these were all inside bars, and this was the real 2 down, and then went 3 because it broke the previous candles, right? But was that able to help you understand what the continuations versus with the reversals? But one thing that I would say, because I'm not gonna focus on that today, is yeah, I did drop it in there. Go to the Discord right here. I always just like trying to get some type of visuals. Recorded classes. You can scroll right up. And no, it wasn't the last class. The last class was on broadening formations. It's right here on the 17th. I spoke about the reversals versus continuations and literally went down through each one of the patterns. All right, so let's get into talking about swing trading.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome, absolutely. So when swing trading with the strat, right? One thing I would say, remember, keep in mind about the time frames, but I'm about to talk about the time frames real quick. Time frames are very important to understand when you're swing trading, right? And this is how some people have an edge or have an advantage in the market over others, or just, you know, being able to be just snipery and just quick with their things, right? And why, what am I trying to transition into? Say if you're swing trading, right? And you know that you're not a day trader, right? Because we have people here that are not day traders, they're swing traders, people that get in on Monday, trying to take their profits on Fridays, or they'll, you know, actually buy time on their contracts and be swinging. So when you're doing that kind of stuff, right? I'll talk about it on SPY. It's gonna possibly be easier on a different chart. But long story short, let's put it like this. Swing, dang, well, I want a new candle so I can tell you about live stuff, but we're gonna have to talk about past data so you can understand. So let me delete all this. So now, like, one thing that you can do, you don't have to do this. You can choose between, hey, I want to be a reversal trader, right? Using the Strat. I want to be a reversal trader, or I want to be a continuation trader, right? I want to jump into continuations. One thing that I would say, reversals lead you to more profits than continuations, because continuations is just basically momentum. We're breaking resistance, people are buying it up, and you got new buyers jumping in and things of that nature. The people that jumped in on the reversals are catching all of that, right? So that's something that you can decide. Me, I like reversals over continuations, but I trade both of them, right? And real quick, you're gonna see me explaining all of this on a bigger time frame, and I'll drop down to a smaller time frame. But whatchamacallit, say you don't see a lot of reversals on a bigger time frame, right? You will see them way more off because the reversal is up here. These are all two down right here, two up. That's the reversal. That's it. Everything else, two up, all that's continuation. This, so you would have had to wait, right? But not necessarily. Right here, when two up, this was the inside bar. That was your reversal right back down on a bull flag. 2 1 2 reversal back down. 2 down. 2 up, reversal right back up, right? So that's what you would have traded. You would have traded that, and you would have traded that, and you would have traded this, right? If you're just using the daily time frame. And this is why I said I will talk about time frames, because you'll see me doing this on this daily chart. And please don't let the time frame confuse you, because you've seen that we got one reversal at July, the 14th of July. The second reversal that we got, what started July 22nd, you was able to enter in July 25th and go ahead and take some profits on July 26th, right? And then it quickly reversed again on July 27th, right? So those were the only times you would have caught that if you were trading the daily chart. But if you don't like continuations, but I still trade both of them, right? I don't just choose, but I know which one is better than the other. But you see how you would have waited all those days? When you're trading a smaller time frame, let's say you go to the hour, you're going to catch way more reversals, right? Because the stock is going to be going up and down, just like how when I explained it right here, how I was just reversing 2 up, then 2 back down, 2 up. And these are one of my favorite reversals, the 2 up, 2 down, because they're quick and they're, I don't know, they just slap to me, but I really like them. But long story short, I'm gonna check the chat here in a second. Now, don't let that throw you off, right? Because we're day traders and we're scalpers. So if you go to a 15-minute time frame, guess what? You're gonna get reversals out the you know what, right? Just like 3 1, well, that's a 3, but we would have seen like, oh, 3 1 2, it went 2 down, but we know that 3 is up, so it's just an advanced thing, right? So long story short, did that was the reversal. Then 3 2 2 continuations. Look, 2 up, 2 down. You caught a reversal, right? Like soon as the market, this ain't with the market open, because this is like at the end of the market, but I'm just talking about candlesticks and the Strat, right? This is when the market has closed. But anyways, right here, you got a reversal, a 3 bar, red Strat right back down, right? 3 2 1 2, 2 1 2 right here, continuation to the downside, right? Because they already went 3 2, continuation to the downside. Look, right here at 10:15. Remember, I always say 10 o'clock through 10:30 is the flip hour. There's only one reason I try to remember that, is because I love reversals. I'm trying to catch a reversal either back up or back down, get some profits, and I'm done, right? So 10:15, we get a 2 down candle. Look, 10 o'clock inside, 2 down candle at 10:15, 10:30, 2 up reversal. Boom, 10:30. 10:30, 2 up reversal, 2 2 2 2. You see what I mean? So that's why I just had to explain that before I start going into like trading it. So you can understand, it doesn't matter if I'm on a bigger time frame, you're going to find a lot of reversals and a lot of continuations day trading or scalping on a 5-minute and or 15 minute. If I just showed you this on a 15-minute, imagine what's going on a 1 minute using the Strat. This is why Jordan need to be going crazy, because it's just reversals all day. Two down, two up, 2 1 2 up. I mean 2 1 2 reversal, right back up. So it's just like you're gonna like look 2 up, 2 up. That's not a reversal, but we're gonna catch that little break real quick, and we know our targets are all the way over here, and we're gonna find it on a bigger time frame. I'm a before I start actually going into it using a daily, and I'm gonna honestly go to a different stock, because I'm not about to encourage people to be swinging SPY. That's just not, it's not smart when I tell people that you can swing. Look, I'll show people real quick. When you can just go to futures, that's FOMO talking. Oh no, I want to trade SPY. I wish, no, I'm not gonna turn my camera on so you can see me, but I wish I want to trade SPY. I want to trade SPY. And it's just like, we keep talking about the Greeks, we keep talking about theta. Why do you want to give the market extra money for swinging your money? You know what I'm saying? Unless you know it's about to literally gap up or something, just go ahead and swing XPX S or XPSL, right? The long or the short. And it's gonna allow you to get the move that SPY does, but not lose as much money. All right, Moody, let's get to the strat. Does anybody have any questions though before I'm gonna just choose a stock? We could do yeah, you could do VA, why not? What's his name? Just put out VA though. I don't want to do that. Let's talk about cat. Hey, let's talk about cat. Let me check the chat real quick. Excuse me. What's the PDF? Is the PDF available anywhere? Yes, the PDF is in the Moody's channel. I had tagged everybody that has the Moody alerts turned on the Discord, so they'll be able to get it. It's gonna take me a while to try to go find it, but I'll tell you where to go. You'll go to Moody in here, and I will try to go find it. I will find it, but I just gotta remember when was the last. So basically all I have to do is go to the last YouTube channel. Here, I'll do it. I'll just tell you what day it was. Right here, it's gonna be on the 22nd of this month, scrolling up on Moody's, and it's gonna be on the 22nd, and I'm gonna find it, and I'm gonna pin it so nobody has to actually really have to scroll, because the one that's pinned, I don't believe is the full complete slide. I think there was another question. Hold on. What Strat indicator do you use? I could tell that this is maybe your first class. The Strat indicator that I use, I don't use an indicator, but the name of it is called a Strat. And I'm just starting to say that because people, like, since I started like saying indicator, people like really think that the Strat's an indicator. And I pride myself on saying that I do not trade with indicators. The only indicator that I do allow myself to trade with is going to be the RSI. I like price action and just naked candlesticks, right? But unfortunately, it's labeled indicator, and they had, so I like to call it a strip, but you just type in Strat, STRT, and you can choose, you can actually watch the first, not my first YouTube video, but the first one of the Strat, not the first one, but like it says for beginners. You'll see that repeatedly I just been dropping Strat videos. So it'll be the first one, it'll say like 1, 2, 3 on it or something like that. I literally went through 2 of them, I believe, because the other one's not there, but 2 of them and how you activate them and put them on your chart and stuff of that nature. But I use the Strat candle opening levels active FTFC, but the one I started with is not there, but then they also have the Strat Assist, which is wonderful as well. But that's how you would use it. But the Strat is just a price action based strategy that just simplifies its form of trading.
So it's not a lagging indicator, right?
What?
It's not a lagging indicator or something like that. It's
No, because it's not an indicator. No, it's not a lagging indicator because it's not an indicator. When you put the Strat on your chart, all you're gonna see is 2, 1, 2, 3. You're just gonna see 1, 2, 3. When it's just letting you know, I'm not gonna go over this because it's just going to take up the time of the class, but you will have to go to my first class of the Strat and understand what the 1, 2, and 3 means. And then you'll understand like, oh, okay, cool. It's not an indicator. The 1 is just an inside candle. The 2 is just letting you know the direction that
direction. 3 is outside candle.
Yep. 3 is an outside candle. Yep. So that's all you really have to understand, unless you want to learn what these candlesticks actually represent and things of that nature. When trading the Strat, I'm gonna just say it like this so you can like really understand it. We do not care about a cup and handle, a bull flag. None of that is relative to us. None of that is, and we won't say it's real, but
Thank goodness.
once you see it, it's not real. If you see a cup and handle in the Strat world, you've missed that move already. It's like you missed it. You know what I'm saying? And normally it's like that. When you see a pattern, like when you see this cup and handle right here, you missed it. You're going to say, oh, I see this cup and handle. And then you're going to learn on Google or wherever about a cup and handle and how it breaks out and things of that nature. But guess what? That was the breakout right there, that the handle, and it broke out and it gave the move.
Breakout right there.
It's kind of double topping already, right? So those are the kind of things that you have to keep in mind. When you see the moon, it already happened. Morning star, right? One candle in the middle, one candle up right here, right? If you see this morning star and did not see the morning star when this candle dropped like this and potentially said, hey, just like when it did it right here, somebody said, hey, morning star, possible. Let me wait for the next day. Dang, we didn't get it quite. Guess what? Next day, gap up. It happens every single time. It's just you have to know what they are, but you have to see it. If you're trying to trade a head and shoulders and don't even know how the head and shoulders, what's the first pattern it makes, you're not going to see it. Because you're going to think it's going to be another bull flag breakout, because that's what it first creates. A bull flag breakout gives you a high, then comes down, and then it starts giving you bear flags, right? You know what I'm saying? Like a bull flag breakout is what a head and shoulder does. Then it drops down and it gives you pole bear flags and it drops down. But if you do not see that before like this, like, oh, snap, we about to get a head and shoulders. You see, like I would already peeped it. Boom, boom, boom. Right there, neckline breaking. The next person, when you're learning these patterns, I promise you, until you continue to do it and over and over and over, you're not going to see it. Right? So let's get into the swing trading with the Strat. 30 minutes into the class. But yeah, no, I love answering questions, but hopefully that didn't go over anybody's head. Let me go back in here. I can research. Thank you, bro. Lala, you gonna make me like you. She's like, keep going with the class. All right, so look, going back, I'm not gonna repeat everything, but one thing that you want to know, right, is the combo sheet. And as we've been going through the Strat, I've been breaking all of this down, right? So if you've been missing any of the classes, you may want to go back so you can really understand swing trading with the Strat, right? So long story short, you're going to choose, like I've told you in the past, the patterns that you like, whether it's trading an inside bar. If you want to trade an inside bar, well, guess what? You're only trading 2-1-2s and 3-1-2s. That's how simple it is, right? It's just people try to make simple things very hard. And it is very, very simple. It's just like, okay, just like how people throw EMAs and this on their chart and this on their chart, and then they do support and resistance. You're throwing all that stuff on your chart. If you want to try a new strategy, if you want to try this, just pick which ones you like. A 2-2 reversal, does that seem better to you? You know, a 3-2-2, which one do you like the best, right? And when you see it, take action, and you'll be DMing me and telling me, oh my God, Moody, what the heck? You'll be just like Fry Daddy on Pastor Prince Live in the morning telling him, bro, you should learn the Strat. You should really learn the Strat. Without somebody that like is bringing it to the group, say it, right? That's a member. So it's like, that's amazing. So long story short, just like Fry Daddy did, I'm pretty sure he has his patterns that he really likes. But long story short, you want to pick one of these patterns. So let's go back to the chart. Pick one of these patterns, and we're going to be talking about hindsight. Let me just go ahead and mute that person. Let me try and hear you. Thank you, sir. All right. Regardless if it's a reversal or a continuation, because I want to get off of just talking about that. Let's say we're seeing, and I'm going to just talk previous day right here. We got a 3 bar, right? we know that this is a 3-bar. We know that the 3-bar also, the setup that they provide us is going to be a 3-2 bearish reversal. You can trade a 3-2, right? It doesn't have to be a 3-2-2. They're going to show you how to trade every single one of these, right? Any pattern that may show up, that's a real pattern. Like a 2-1-3 is not a pattern. It's something I've been trying to create. But long story short, we would have known, all right, guess what? You could have swung this trade. You could have swung this trade, right? Because we opened up right here, and then we started pulling back. So you could have still made some profits. You could have said, hey, let me go ahead. Hey, for anybody new that's joining, please put your mics. Truly appreciate you, my brothers and sisters. So, oh my gosh. My bad, I'm not trying to be rude. All right, cool. So long story short, you could have swung this trade, right? And I'm not talking about, I'm not going to be talking about options, but if y'all have a question, please ask, like, well, what contract would have chose, or things of that nature, right? That's going to be up to you guys to ask those questions, because that's what makes me like go in super detail and then not talk about exactly what I wanted to talk about. And then some people get a little frustrated with that, right? So long story short, you could have swung this trade, right? You could have said, hey, Cat gave us a 3-bar, right? But I feel like we're going to continue going up. Why? Because I feel like we're bull, right? And also, if I was to go to the weekly chart, God, let me just go ahead. Anybody joining the class, please mute yourselves. I'll be wanting to stare at the mute button just to see, like, yo, is there somebody that just keep unmuting themselves and then unmuting themselves? But anyways, you could have looked at the weekly chart, right? Me, I'm always looking at bigger time frames, because the bigger time frame is going to be telling you the actual direction, right? Because if you go to the monthly chart, we're probably inside. No, we're actually 2 down on Cat, right? Dang, this is going to be beautiful. All right, so look, I'm sorry because I'm getting off topic, but I just went to the monthly chart, and y'all have to be aware of this, because I don't think people know this, because nobody's talking about it. Tomorrow is the last day, is the last week of trading, and tomorrow is also the last month of trading. That is very, very important, because this is how you catch reversals, right? Did that go over anybody's head? Tomorrow's the last day of the week of trading. And tomorrow is also, yeah, Bridget said it went over her head. All right, so look, so you can understand, you see this monthly chart? Man, let me just delete it. I guess this is good. I was going to try to do this class for about an hour. I guess I'm going to just go in. All right, let me see. So, and you going to, yes. Everybody just drop, if that just went over y'all heads, just drop a yes. If it didn't go over y'all heads, say no. Because this is very important. No. Oh, East, I love you. No. Yes. No. Yes. So majority are yeses. The last day of the week and the last day of the month. You know, somebody wrote it like, no, that didn't go over my head. No. All right, so we got a whole bunch of no's now. All right, cool. Anybody new that's joining, please mute your mics. Well, I'm gonna start kicking y'all out. No, I'm joking. No. Yo, Bridget says no now. I love you. She's like, wait, I get it. So real quick, I'm not gonna go in depth then. Real quick, this is the monthly chart, right? Look at the ticker down here, just so I can make it click. This is the monthly chart. It started last in the beginning of this month. What's the next candle that comes out? August 1st, right? You see where this price is at right here? Y'all see that? Y'all see that, right? Now I'm gonna just show you past data. Imagine when this candle comes out, right? Look at what happened when it did it right here. When this candle closed and this one opened up right next to it for the next month. This was November. The next month, boom, automatic. What? 2 up. What happens when they're opening right next to each other? Boom, automatic 2 up. What happens? So do you see what's about to happen here? We're going to. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that somebody unmuted themselves. Exactly, right? And it's infrastructure, right? Biden's out here passing bills on chips. giving money away, doing this. If you look around the economy, we in a recession and we keep building. Yeah, okay. Right, GDP, the numbers is going to tell us that we're in a recession, but you also got to think, what's bringing in extra like capital and just money out of thin air from like investments and things of that nature? Cryptocurrency. That wasn't here the last recession, right? So yeah, I put those things into play as well. But anyways, and then look, I'll just show you what price action is. You see this? You see how it bounced right there? There goes your bounce. That's how we find things, right? Drawing on our charts and being able to see it. See, I'm not even talking about the swing trading, I'm still teaching. But yeah, right. So that's how they knew these bulls when it was coming down here. Okay, boom, we took out that target, right? That target was, I'm sorry, it's right. A low of 165.98. Right here, a low of 165.92. Right? So they took out that target. You see how close it is? It's like, yo, let me just go rob you. Let me stop you out your trade. Now we're going back up. Stop them out their trade. Now they're going back up, right? Another thing that I do, even though this is the monthly chart, I do it on every single chart. When I start seeing stuff like that, 50% retracement, 2 down. This could go 3 bar, right? And even when it doesn't go 3 bar, that this is an inside bar, I still look at the 50% of this candle because I understand what happens at the 50% retracement of any candlesticks, right? Let me just go ahead and mute you. Please mute your mics if you're joining the thing, because it's going to interrupt anybody else, but really it's going to be sucky for you because it's going to interrupt me and it's going to throw my train of thought off. And you possibly wanted to know something I was just saying, and I'm not going to remember that unless you unmute yourself and be like, hey, Moody, you was talking about this. So long story short, I do that on every single one of these candlesticks, right? And I mean on time frames, whether it went 2 down, whether I'm inside, like even right here, I would have did it how it was inside this candle. I would have did it to the previous candle, and I would have understood as soon as we went over this 50% of it, we're gonna try to gas it all the way up, right? And you can go ahead and back test what I'm saying, but I back tested Sarah Sniper and then also started back testing it just on 50% of the candlesticks when I learned about it last year, and it just took my trading to a whole nother level. And now that I feel like, you know, I've won enough trades doing so, I'm starting to bring it to people. So talking about swing trading. So for the next month, you see how this will be your alert. Check this out. That's your alert right here to get in your trade. I'm gonna leave it orange, right? If you go to the weekly, look at how this just alerted you to get into the monthly reversal, right? Take you back to the monthly so you don't get confused. That's the high. And let's make sure, because, you know, let me just turn on my magnet, because that's what it be. Yeah, that's not the high, my bad. I knew it because it was the candle. You're not gonna see it, but it was the candle right here that was going like that. It didn't double top yet. You'll see what I just did. But I wanted to do that so you guys can start seeing stuff like that and view the chart like that. I'm seeing all of that weekly on this monthly. Watch when I go back. That was the candle I was talking about. That it went, I was like double top. But long story short, got it, bro. It triggered, right? Monthly candle. Triggered.
Nice big surge that forms that first big candle there. That could be retail investors piling in, acting in.
Dude, I should just kick you out. I'm gonna just be nice though. Because I just said that's why like it's throwing me off, because I just told you the wrong thing and I feel super horrible for telling you the wrong thing. The monthly chart did not trigger, right? It would have triggered if it would have hit this one up here. That would have been triggering it on this monthly candle, right? Dang, I hate getting interrupted like that. So this could be an entry point. That's what I was trying to say, right? And the reason I just to explain it, because you probably could have caught that and would have been like, dang, that would have been the monthly trigger. No, it's because this is the live candle. Your monthly trigger would be to the next candle, right? So check this 3 month real quick. Okay, it's the same thing because it's July. So we can have a nice reversal right back up. That's why I'm checking these bigger time frames, is literally seeing where the price is at. Are we on a full or we're basically on a full candlestick like this, or you know, like this. So when we open up the next month, then we automatically go 2 up, and then this bar right here, this mother bar, has a whole bunch of targets for us to take it back up, right? So long story short, I could bring it now back to the weekly, because I know I'm probably confusing people because I'm going everywhere back and forth. But long story short, say last week, this would be like this monthly's high. Now that we know that, I'm gonna just put a trigger right here and talk about last week's, right? If you wanted to trade this, and I'm gonna pull up Cat just to give a better explanation on Robinhood, so you guys can actually know how to choose contracts. So I'm gonna go to Cat, and anybody can follow me on Robinhood. I'm in the trade options. Dang, talking about last week, so I'm not gonna be able to see that contract. So I'm gonna have to talk about this week. So it's okay. I'll just do that. So let's say we want to trade Cat for a swing. And this is honestly how I like to do it. It's just, I'm gonna talk about past data, but I'd rather talk about a move that's potentially gonna happen, so I can really just break all this down. So look, 2 up, our entry point, we can have our entry point at 189, or we can come down to a smaller time frame like a daily. That's gonna be our high, right? Now, what I always do is I have my after hours on. If I was to go to the 15-minute time frame, you see my high of my entry. Now I can change my entry point if I would like to, right? To possibly this high. And this is not following the strat. This is just me understanding candlesticks and understanding how they break highs and keep going, right? So this can be my trigger, right? And I'll put like an alert right here. This can be my trigger to get in, or I can use this trigger right here. This will actually be a better trigger than to use this one. If you use this one, you'll want to go ahead and take some profits right there, right? Because it's going to retrace sometimes. But I can enter here, right? And this is an old one, so don't look at it like I'm trading the strat. But as soon as I know that we break this and we trigger this, we automatically take it to these highs, right? And that's from 188 to 30 to 189.52. So now that I found like that little quick entry point, I can know like, and I'm not breaking it all the way down, I can know like, okay, this is where I want to enter at, right? So I don't have to wait for this high, right? Because I'm also wanting to, let's say I'm swinging this over the weekend, right? So let's go back into Cat. So if I'm also thinking, it sucks, why I gotta have my best on a Friday and swing like this, Theta's gonna rob us. But say I want to swing Cat, right? I'm automatically, and I'm gonna tell you what Moody's gonna do, right? I want to find my targets. Boom, first target. Don't worry about all these colors, but the greens are gonna be the targets. First target, got a small gap fill, I feel like. Yes. Jordan would be like, yeah. Got a small gap fill right there, right? So now that I'm at like 191, 192, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So follow me on Robinhood. Right now I'm on August 5th, right? I'm looking at the 190 contracts. They're right at the money. I'm like, all right, cool. We could get those. That ain't no problem, right? But now I'm like, how can I load up and really maximize on this move, right? So now I'm gonna be looking through these contracts. First one I'm gonna click real quick is this $200 call. All right, so $13.94 is what I'm gonna make. Gamma's $2.10. So I already know I'm gonna make $15.94, really $16, right? All right, so if I'm gonna make $16, my theta is $15.12 a day for swinging it. So my contract's automatically dead, right? So we don't want to do that. But now you got to keep in mind also that, right, if we do choose to, right, because it's pre-earnings, if we do choose to go up, I'm gonna lose what I'm gonna lose on theta, but that gamma is extremely low, right? So here's the trick. So if you look at that 200 call, looking at that gamma, we're at 0.
If you're intended to show that Robinhood screen, we're still looking at Trading View.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm on my phone. It's just
okay.
It's gonna. I would have to sign on to Zoom on my phone, and then it was just. That's why I was saying follow along. You want me to go slower? You want to pull up your option?
No, it's good. Copy. I just thought you were showing on. You didn't know that you would switch screens.
No, I'm not. The chart's still up. I'm on my phone. So for anybody, I'm gonna go slower. Just go to Cat, CAT. Whether you're on Robinhood, TD Ameritrade, Robinhood. I go to Robinhood because it's just quicker and user friendly. But I'm on August the 5th, right? I like the 190 calls. That's cool, right? But I'm also have to keep in mind that I have to swing over the weekend, right? So I'm trying to get you guys to see these Greeks and things of that nature. So I went to the $200 call and I'm seeing how much the delta and the gamma adds up together, and the delta and the gamma adds up like $1 over the theta. So I'm basically just robbing myself for swinging this contract for a day, right? Well, not for a day. It's just I'm gonna lose $15. Let me see, how much is this contract? 79 bucks, right? I'm not trying to lose that much money on a swing. Why? Because today is Thursday, and let's say we want to swing this through over the weekend, right? That's not going to be good for your contracts, and you not knowing what the stock market is doing while it's closed, because you have to account $30 that you're about to lose on each one of those contracts on Saturday and Sunday. So that's another reason why I don't really like to swing over the weekend unless I honestly know, right? Because by come Monday, if this stock opens up around the same price, you're gonna almost be worthless, right? Because if you swing for 3 days, what's 15 times 3? $45, right? How much was the contracts? This is what I do, like, to just make sure I'm gonna make money. You're gonna be at $34 a contract from 79. The next person, me, I open up in the market like that, and I know I only have that week. Theta just went up higher from $15. That theta is gonna be anywhere between 19 or 20 bucks, right? So I'm automatically gonna cut that trade. The next person's not. They're gonna be like, nah, man, I still got a week on it. Hopefully it comes back. And theta is just gonna be taking your money slowly but surely, right? So what would you do in this aspect of seeing something like this? And maybe you don't know charts and you don't know if we're going to continue up. Go further out. It may cost you more money, but it's gonna guarantee you to save your money more. Now, if we go to the 202 call, 202.5 call for next week, for not next week, I'm sorry, for August the 12th. Now let's talk money. Look, the delta and the gamma is damn near the same thing, right? 14 is gonna make you 15 bucks, but they're only gonna charge you $9.63. Yes, this contract right here does not have any open
It's the Zoom call.
let me mute y'all. Yeah, this contract does not have any open interest, but I'm just showing you, like, for examples, right? That's what you want to do and look for contracts. But another reason I'm gonna let you I want you to understand that it does not have open interest in it is because this is a 2-week out contract. If you was to go to the August the 5th, you'll see the open interest is around like $400. I mean, 400 contracts being open, 385. The 400 one I had clicked was because not all of them are like that, was the $195 call for August the 5th, right? So most people are playing those. So that's things that you want to do when you're swinging. And I'm talking about cap, but I'm gonna stay on here and I'm gonna really show y'all how to do this stuff, right? So one thing real quick, oops, didn't mean to draw that one. I'm gonna get all of my targets, right? And now that I did that, I'm on a daily chart. Let's go to a weekly chart, right? Because we're swinging this, right? If you go off just the daily chart, it's just telling you the daily momentum of this. But if you go to the weekly, now you know the momentum and the possibility. This has been running for $9. Imagine if you would have caught it from here, because that's what the Strat would have showed you, to catch it at 182, and now you're all the way up there, right? Just like when the Strat caught it down here, right? The 2-2 reversal. That was your reversal. This is a continuation, right? We know that we're going to be able, we'll possibly double top there, right? You'll also want to, you don't have to do this, but this is what Moody's going to do. Like, that's my target, that green line. I'm gonna put that blue line right by it. And because I know I could possibly double top there, and I'm gonna see, okay, is it just fake out? Do we go up around here? I'm gonna look at the price action and read my candlesticks and see, like, oh, nah, we barely stay in this level, right? It is very volatile. Cat, let me go ahead and mute this person. Cat is very volatile at this level. They'll stay there for a little bit, but they'll break this resistance and keep that support, right? Let's see where they drop all the way down here. Now they coming back into this box. When they came down, when they hit it and they came down, they ripped through this. When they came down and broke it, it was just a little volatile. But all this wick action is just letting you know there was a lot of money going up and down, right? So, because this is just a weekly time frame, on a daily, they're just broken down candlesticks, right? So you see that reversal, you see that reversal there. All right, cool. So what you think is going to happen here? Look at this candle, how it's eating up this candle. Look at this green candle, how it's eating up this red candle. Look at the level too, and look at what happens, right? So now that I see stuff like that, that's why I was looking at those $200 calls, because they were going to be much more cheaper, right? But it's about like me just looking at CAT. I'm going to swing trade CAT probably for like a day or two, right? I'm not going to swing them too much. And I'm also going to try to catch CAT on a reversal, right? Because I know how CAT likes to move. It likes to give big moves off of reversals, right? And especially when Papa Joe Biden speaking about energy or speaking about anything about infrastructure, right? They're putting a lot of money into clean energy and things of that nature. They're going to need infrastructure for that as well, right? So that's how you trade. It's just knowing what companies go with what sectors go with what, and how you can capitalize on them, right? So when swing trading with the strat, right here, we know that we're in a continuation, right? So we know, okay, this is a potential move for us next week, right? Or we can do it now and swing it over the weekend, or we can say, hey, we understand that it is the end of the week. CAT has moved $9. Let me go to another candle, $6, $5, right? But it's given, this is from open to close. So if it says $5, it really moved like 10, 12, right? Because you got to look at it from the high and the low, not from the open and the close. But is that number right here is going to be open and close. But you see how close it is, $7.15. So it normally moves around that price, right? Anywhere between, for that week, $15 up and down, right? Not saying just one direction, but that's what it normally moves. What's the next one? $7. The next one, $22, right? So now that we know that, we can also start to identify stock exhaustion, like, or candlestick exhaustion, right? This candlestick may be exhausted, but we also have earnings coming up, right? So that's going to bring, and look, we've been beating earnings. If you see that, beating earnings. And all you do is click on these earning days as well. When was earnings, right? And go to the date, April the 28th, right? The week, I'm sorry, but the week of April the 28th. What happened on April 28th? How you can look at the fundamentals, right? But you can also just look at the chart. It's somewhere in here. April 18th, 25th. So it was in here, right? But I'll have to go to the daily chart because I'm on a weekly and see exactly what happened that day, right? But I feel me and Moody, don't listen to Moody though, because Moody crazy. I'm just bullish in a bearish market right now. And I feel like CAT going to hit definitely 197. I could definitely see CAT going to $208. And from there, like I could see them going, boom, hitting this, this is a weekly chart, so it's just going to go up and down. I can see them hitting all of this, and this is when they're going to start to retrace right here to fill this gap, because that's what normally happens at gap fills. It'll get to the gap fill, come back down. Get to the gap fill, come back down. Get to the gap fill, let's fill gap now. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time to be able to identify that as well, right? And depending on the time frame. So when swing trading with the strat, all you're simply doing is identifying if it's a continuation or a reversal, and you're taking the break of the previous candle's high or the previous candle's low, right? This chart, for what I want to explain, kind of sucks. I want y'all to make some crazy money. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this bad boy over to Macy's. If anybody have any questions or I'm losing anybody, let me know. Damn, why gotta be a bearish chart? I'm trying to pull up like a small DBX, a small account. All right, let's go DB. Let me go to the chat before I start going in. Hey y'all, I'm late. What up, though? All right, no. What indicator are you using for? Everybody keeps saying indicator. That's not the Fibonacci is also not an indicator. It's just a tool that people keep talking about indicators so much that everybody thinks that anything on the chart is an indicator now. That's funny. This is what I'm using right here for the 50% retracement. It's the Fibonacci. It's just, you're not going to see the Fibonacci like how on my chart how normally other people use it, because I only use it for the 0, the 100, and the 50, because I just want to know the top and the bottom and the 50 mark for the 50% retracement, just like the RSI. But yeah, it's just the Fibonacci, and you go to your settings, and once your settings, your style pops up, you just mute everything else except for the 50, the 1, and the 0. Delete. We're gonna go back to the chat. If y'all got questions, I'm in the chat right now. If y'all want to just drop them.
All right. So how do you okay, so I like that Fibonacci where you only have 3. So how would you use it on this chart? Or do you have a video on that using the Fibonacci too?
No, I don't. Because I just use it for anything and everything now. It just depends on like how the price action looks, and I'm gonna be using it on certain time frames depending on the setup. But the way you use it is I don't even, that's gonna take me forever to explain. The way you use it is just use the best way I could explain it. Check out the reversals and continuation. That's where I talked a lot about the 50% retracement rule. So that's gonna be this right here, right? The rev strat. You're not gonna understand it off of here. So let me pull up. I think I have it in here. Right here. It's just, I started using it. This is why I say just you have to learn the strat. And I know if somebody's learning the strat, because you'll automatically know what I'm talking about, or you're gonna fall into a rabbit hole and you're gonna be like, oh, what's this? So I fell into a rabbit hole, right? This is the 50% retracement rule, right? That's
Well, I never seen that sheet. Is that also in the where you pointed me? Because I did download some of the sheets, but I don't have that one where it says bullish and bearish.
Yeah, this is just a better sheet where it kind of like
Where is that one at?
You could DM me, but I'm saying it's in Moody's thing right here. Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's everywhere. It's
It
in,
is? Okay.
yeah, you could go to Moody and go to pin messages and
Oh,
look.
okay, so it's pinned already.
Yeah, they're pinned all over. You can go to
Okay.
general chat right here. Trust me, these pin messages, we talk about it a lot. You know how everybody want to get information and just understand certain things? Bro, just hit the pin messages.
So when you see that people are repeating themselves, you kind of put that stuff over to the pin section, right?
Nah, just like when we put something out and we just think like somebody may come back to it or something like that, or it's like some real good information, we'll pin it. Like, I don't know.
Okay, I didn't mean to throw you off.
No, you didn't throw me off. That's a question. That's a question. But like, see, like, look, this is why I say go through the pin message, because now you're gonna help me help somebody else that may not know this. This was all the way in April the 20th. First, that's not 420 Moody. Whatchamacallit, I said I would say watch this in order, right? Understanding the videos and watch the short ones like 3 times back to back. You notice, I meant to write, you'll notice you missed something, right? Because when you watch a video one time, you didn't catch everything, right? So you'll notice that you missed something. Then trade. You can watch all, I said, then I meant to say don't trade probably. You can watch all this in a day. No Netflix, no chilling, no Facebook, no IG, no TV, any free time, turn on a video. In 2 weeks, your mind will start just wanting it, right? I did it to myself. So it's like, I tell people this, I go to therapy, and my therapist, I say that to try to help people that may not go there. Hopefully y'all don't think I'm crazy, but I be giving you tools that my therapist gives me that I pay for on how to trick your mind. And I'm literally giving it to y'all right there. Like, if you do that for 2 weeks, literally like forcing yourself to learn something, your brain's gonna hurt. But guess what? It creates a habit that when you go cook or when you go play with your child, you're gonna think about charts. You're gonna be like, nah, hold on, I need to learn this. Nah, hold on.
So that one, you pinned it in the general chat?
Yeah, and this is literally telling, this was for somebody that just don't know how to read charts and stuff like that. And I told them, watch all these videos step by step. Literally, look, I'll take you to, let me see.
Wow, that's awesome.
Look, boom, somebody had asked it up there and I replied, or I just dropped it. There go my man right here. Try bar charts cheat sheet. And look, there it goes. Why understanding Japanese candlesticks. I'm gonna actually drop this on my YouTube video channel. What is the strat? This is before I started doing it. 1, 2, 3. What does the strat mean? Right? Where does my stop loss go? And I know some people did not do this, right? And it's okay because it takes time. You know, somebody sometimes has to say something to somebody 20 times and then you end up doing it, right? They did it to us. We were children before, right? We are grown-ups.
Right, and that's still in the general chat. All
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so when you hear me raising my voice and stuff like that, this is just passion. This is just like, I'm not mad or nothing. I'm like, ooh, somebody asked about this. Let me get this person to see this, right? Where's just my stop loss go? People don't know where to put your stop loss using a strat. Look, she's trying to tell you, right? The next one, take the money, honey. Know your magnitude. Targets, take your money, honey. Stop trying to stay in these trades all day. Know your magnitudes and your targets. What does Moody talk about? Targets. Who did Moody learn the strat from? This woman right here that is a full-time. Let me just go ahead, Shomara, and go ahead and mute you. Let me see, PMGs, right? Right here. Get in a winning trade instantly, right? If anybody remembers when I was an analyst and putting out any trades, it was very rare that I would jump in a trade and be down like instantly. It's automatically like, oh, dang, Moody up. We was able to answer, but Moody up already 10, 20, 30%, right? Because that's what the strat is helping you to do. And then the first video you should watch, I was like, oops, did I do that? It's this video, the grease of options. Explain. Dang, I was supposed to send this. I think I did. Yeah, I tagged that person. But long story short, if you watch this, you will no longer have not one question. You may have a question just to have some confirmation, but, and see, I said this one first, right? Long story short, if you watch that video, you're not like, the only question you have is like, all right, which strike price should I choose? Because you're going to start to understand like, nah, I don't want this one. Look at the grease on it. This is bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to make no money buying this contract. It's just the simple fact that we're analysts. So the trades that we're calling out, we already looked at all of that. So you're not having to look at that. So when it's your time to buy a strike price, you're not even knowing the metrics of all of that, right? But yeah, you know, and then I dropped some more videos, and that's why I say go to these pinned messages. Like I've said it multiple times, not multiple times, but I've said it like in the beginning where it's like when I join the Discord, I go, bro, I'd be like, scoop, load. I don't care how long it takes. Scoop, load. Oh, you a moderator, MoodyBugz? Okay, you got a social media. Okay, I'm about to go look you up. Who else? Jordan Zay. All right, you a full-time trader, Moody? You said when you started trading? Okay, let me see what you talk about on your social media. I'm gonna go 4 years back on you. Oh, dang, you are a positive person. Okay, cool. I believe you. I believe what you're talking about because you're showing that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did with Jordan. That's what I do with anybody and everybody I get in contact with to start business or do anything. I am going to go research you because humans have a mouthpiece and we can say whatever we want to, but that doesn't mean that you're actually doing that, right? So anyways, let's get back to the class.
Yo, Moody.
Yeah.
If you go to the pinned chats in general and scroll back to 224, 2022, that's the bullish and bearish chart she's looking for.
Hold on, say it again. Oh, okay. You're talking about the thank you, my brother. I know what you're talking about. The combo.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, bro. What's your name?
It's Devin.
Devin. I appreciate you, Devin. He said it so smooth, like Devin. Right here, bro. Appreciate you, bro. See, they're right. This is that one that you didn't know, that you haven't seen, and then it was this one as well. But yeah, always take advantage of any one of these channels, right? Even if it's crypto. If we see something, or if a member lets us know, like, hey man, we don't want to lose that in the chat. Can you pin it? We're gonna make sure that we pin it so it doesn't get lost. Like right now, I have to alert Jordan. I've been deleting some things that's been pinning that like I'm just reading, like, what's the difference about cash accounts? You know, that's good, but that's a question that we can actually respond to, but that's actually better to just have that there and just send somebody there. But we can only have a certain amount of pinned messages, and I had to delete some to be able to pin. I think it was like the newest one, this one right here. Heikenashe candles video, little thing, but that doesn't need to be pinned. I could unpin this too, but oh, it was answering the question. I think it was for Shay Dub. Yeah. But anyways, let me go to the chat and then go let me go to the chart. Because we just having a good time over here, aren't we? All right. What strike price do you buy? I think you was probably talking about like when we was on Cat. I kind of got off of that. We're gonna go right back to it, Carlos. I got you right now, Poppy. With the strat, do you wait for a retest or the entry price, or do you get in at the break? You see, every one of those, bro. That's the best way I can answer that. Me, if you want to ask me the question and know what I'm gonna do, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna get in at the break. I don't normally tell people that, but that's what I'm gonna do. As soon as it triggers, I'm entering my trade, and I don't do the average. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm about to start averaging down again, so I can stop, get that little fear or whatever it was, because I just blew too much when I don't want to talk about that. But long story short, I enter in as soon as it triggers, bro. As soon as it gives me a 2, that reversal move, 2 up, boom, I am in that trade. You know what I'm saying? And you can wait, or you can wait for the retest, right? Why do I say that? Is because normally when you break the high of a previous candle, or you break in any type of resistance, it normally comes back and retrace. But that's not always the case, especially if bulls are in the building, right? But especially if you're swing trading it, bro, yeah, just jump in as soon as it alerts you. So you don't have to worry about it. Why? Because it's gonna give you a stop loss, and if it just hits your stop loss, you out, right? But basically, like, that was a good question. But that to break that down a little bit more, Los, what are you like? If you know the type of trader you are, you won't act. You'll be asking a different question, right? Because you're asking, what with the strat, do you wait for a retest or of the entry price, or do you get in on a break? I would ask you, are you a retest trader, right? Or you're a more aggressive trader, right? Like, do you panic before you get in a trade? Are you hesitant, or are you somebody risky that's like, bro, I'm either gonna win or I'm gonna lose, I'm jumping in a trade? If you're confident in yourself and you're not doubting yourself, like being at a red light or at a stop sign and about to turn and you see a car and now you're like, ooh, that's how people get in accidents, right? Like, if you know you're confident and you're just gonna go, bro, go. Because the strat, and I'm gonna get back to the charts after this, the strat's going to have, and I promise you guys, after this class, all my classes are probably gonna be like an hour 15, because that's where I'm trying to keep it at. But I'm gonna just go in today. But I'm not saying I'm gonna stay on here forever. I don't know how long. But long story short, yeah, bro. Next question. Thanks. You're welcome. I watch trading videos all day, every day. Yup. And Shay Dub, I'm actually about to start doing video breakdowns. But who I'm gonna start with, I'm gonna give people the opportunity to let me know, like, hey, what YouTube video you want me to break down? You know what I'm saying? Like, even if I haven't watched it, I'm gonna be able to break it down. I just have so much confidence in myself like that. But I'm gonna be breaking down like Sarah Sniper videos and stuff like that. Videos that some people are not getting. You know, actually, we spoke about Sarah Sniper, right? So I think I didn't know if you were trying to talk to me, Carol. But anyways, you were having a little bit of trouble, right? So I also was already thinking about this kind of stuff, but now this is like a great example where now I can break down her video the way I'm seeing it and the way that I learn, just in case it's going over someone else's head, right? So that's something that I'm going to be doing, but that's actually a class, right? And I'm gonna see how that class goes and then go from there. Yeah, my son, 2.5 years sits with me at the time. That's what's up, bro. That's beautiful. That's beautiful, bro. My son gonna be doing the same thing too. I'm like, what is this, Ken? I told you I'm gonna give you $100 if you get it right. That's a doji. There you go, Poppy. But what kind of doji is it? That's a long-legged doji. All right, let's get back to it. Yeah, I can't wait till I have a child. I'm gonna teach him all this. The charts. the charts you're looking for. Oh, appreciate it, Devin. Actually, unmuting yourself and just letting me know. Degrees with adding the delta and gamma was great. Yeah, absolutely. That lets you know how much money you're gonna make. Appreciate it. Of course, Los. That's right. That right, Carlos. I don't know what you're talking about, but that right. All right, let's get back to this. All right. Where's my chart? All right, this is the chat. Y'all could drop questions in the chat too. All right, so look, we're gonna do this with DBX. So DBX is not a stock that moves crazy. As you see, you just look at it, right? And oh well, you know, look at the opening and close. 78 cents, 46 cents, 96. Oh, that's a bag. 96 cents. that was a bag. 12 cents, 33 cents, 91 cents. That was a bag. 45 cents. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I'm showing you that so you can see, like, you do not have to trade Apple. You don't have to go do this and you don't have to go do that. Right. It's just understanding what you're trading. Ooh, and we have full-time frame continuity. It's understanding what you're trading. Right. So let's say that we want to, damn, why we got to be at resistance, but we still going to do it. Say we want, let me check out this weekly candle one time. Ooh, inside. Love this. All right. We're going to do it off the weekly. So entry, let's make it white. Stop loss. Even though it's white, that's entry for put, but we know that that's stop loss because we like calls, right? So yeah, hold on. I need y'all to be excited about this. Go to Robinhood real quick. Or go to your options chain and type in DBX. I really need y'all to be excited about this. Like, if I say a back, oh, and before we go there, look, the average volume in this stock is only 2.16 million. Guess how much volume it had today? 2.12 million. So you don't even need volume. This stock will move with, it's like Chipotle. You know how Chipotle will move with just 500K in volume? Yeah, this stock could do the same thing. So it's just not going to give you Chipotle moves. All right, so let me know, drop a Y, because I want to go make sure, I need to massage my back. Let me know when you guys are on the option chain. Drop Y or yes. Okay, I see you, Tracy. I'm about to get y'all excited. Okay. I'm gonna need somebody to unmute themselves when I show you this. Yes. All right, cool. We got enough people there. I'm gonna show you two different ones. Now we're on DBX. We're gonna say July 29th. And we're gonna go right at the money, $23 call. Look at the grease. Somebody add that up and tell me how much money I'll make if the underlying stock goes up $1. I feel you too, Pete. I'm not even looking at the chart, but ascending triangle forming, cool. I don't really care about the pattern. I ain't even trying to be disrespectful, bro. It's just gonna talk.
What was the expiration of DBA?
Huh?
What was the expiration of DBA?
DBX.
DBX.
Yeah, July 29th. Oh, that's why nobody unmuted themselves yet. They haven't done that math. I'm just waiting for, I'm gonna explain it. So at the money, $23 call, July 29th. Somebody said $72. All right, cool. I'm gonna wait for one more.
You said V as in Victor, B as in boy, X as in X-ray?
Yeah, I got you right now. It's actually pulled up on the chart. I'm gonna type it in the, it's D as in Victor, D as in dog, B as in building, X as in X-ray.
Okay, Dropbox. Okay, yeah, I got it.
Don't worry. I'm saying we know the Army too, baby. Don't worry about me. I'm a goofball. All right, so look, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. So delta is 56.54, right? Your gamma is 85.94. All I did was add up 56.85, and that is letting me know that the underlying stock moves $1, you make $141. Do you, should I say what your theta is? Your theta is only $11.65. No, the other way around. East, the other way around. Your theta is $11.66 per day. You delta, if the underlying stocks move up, your delta and your gamma added together, the underlying stock moves up $1. You make, yeah, the other way around. You make actually 141. So it's just the other way around that you had it, right? So now we're not going to touch that contract, obviously, but you can, right? It's $28, right? So from $28, your theta is going to leave you at 17 bucks, right? But that's not bad. You can still recover. That's like $11. You can still recover that on a 20-cent move, right? But we've seen that it doesn't move that much, right? So, all right, let's play smart. We just saw the Greeks. Like, go to Apple, go to anything else, and go look at the Greeks at the money and let me know if the contract is going to cost you $28, and let me know if they're going to pay you $141 if it moves up $1, and look at your theta, right? And then look at your IV, it's not that high, right? So now we're going to go to August 5th because we're going to play tomorrow.
I'll reveal what happens to the surviving bestie. Then it's time to crown
I'm gonna go get my phone.
I'm gonna mute that person. I got y'all. Mute this person too. All right. TX for clarification. What you mean? I don't know what you mean, East. Got it. TX for clarification. I don't know what that means.
Did you get the $11 for the theta?
More than welcome. What you said, bro? Okay, gotcha. You were trying to say something, Carlos?
Yes. How did you get $11 theta? I thought right here says 15.
Are you on the contracts? Are you on the $23 call contract?
Yeah, but I'm on the Think or Swim. Is it really different there?
You're on Think and Swim?
Yes.
All right, hold on. Let me go to my Think and Swim.
There's 15 on the.
Yeah, it's gonna be cheaper on. Actually, our theta is always like kind of cheap. Well, I don't know. That's Think or Swim. On TD Ameritrade, the theta is actually cheaper because that's what we're paying. That's why we pay a little more for our contracts, because our theta is always going to be cheaper than Robinhood or Webull.
So it says 0.15. That means it's $15.
0.15. Yours is at. Tell me all the numbers.
Okay. The
0.15 something.
Yeah, the delta and the theta, the gamma are 56 and 85.
All right, so your theta, if it's at 0.15 something, you're gonna lose $15 and whatever that is, a cent a day, right? Whatever's after the point, those are dollar, right? So if you have a point and then you have a zero, then that means it's gonna be like $1.69 instead of what I'm seeing, 11.69. What is your delta? And well, you don't have to tell me your delta and your gamma. Add up your delta and your gamma, and that tells you how much money you make if that underlying stock moves up $1. So then when you do math, you know how much money you're going to make if the underlying stock moves up 50 cents, right? So if you're going to make, yeah, like if you're going to make $100 on an underlying stock moving up $1 for 50-cent move is $50.
$50, yes.
You know what I'm saying? So now what I was going to say is go to August 5th and we're going to go to the chart and swing this, right? We're going to go to August 5th and I'm going to look at the $23 call because they're so cheap, right? It's only 90 bucks. Now look at your theta. Your theta is only $5.38, right? Now I'm about to show you the trick of this, but your delta and your gamma is still good. The only reason that they're going to pay you $141 on that weekly contract is because they don't expect it to move $1. Right? Because this stock doesn't move that much. I just showed you, look, I just showed you on a week, 38 cents, 95 cents. But look at the opening. I mean, look at the high and look at the low. It's giving you more than that. It went to a low of 121.62 and took you to 123.36. So it moved for $2, right? But once you understand how to read candlesticks and you know what these wicks actually mean and things of that nature, you start knowing how much the stock actually moves a day. Right? So if I just set that, right, for this week, it moved $3. So imagine how much money somebody made that played on Friday or swung it on Thursday and got a 50, 70 cent move. Right? And this is why I'm saying, like, you have to learn what works for your portfolio, have to learn these stocks, which ones move the best, right? So now that we're knowing this, let's finish charting this up. That's our entry. That's our first TP. I'm not going to take this first TP, but in the strat world, I have to respect the strat. And I know that this is a target. I know I have to draw that there because once it takes that target out, it's going to create a level there, right? So go for the next one. If I'm entering at 23, I'll probably trim a little something right there. That'll probably be like 30%. But just depending on the, oh, let me see. No, it won't. It'll be like 15. But long story short, I'll be trimming right there, but I'm gonna get all of these right here because I know that it can, look at the wicks, it can move that much. It's just gonna close down lower, right? So now that I have more magnitude, right? Like 25 I can use as the magnitude, but we're not gonna take it all the way up there. Let me check my 10-day chart. I'm inside on my 10-day chart as well. And as you see, we're just getting higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. Take it over to the daily chart. Now that I found that entry, I can always, like I told you, it's because I have after hours on, take this bad boy over to a 5-minute chart because I know it's going to die out. DBX always runs and then it dies, right? The only time it continues to run is when it's nice and bullish and SPY is very bullish. It will run, hold price, pull back and run a little bit more, right? But if you want to swing DBX, because I kind of like, I don't want to say mastered it, but I work it very well. You want to grab them at the end of the day and you want to swing them to the direction that you want to swing them to. And when the market opens, you will have money, like how you see these gap ups or things of that nature. Or as soon as the market opens, you'll see it starts to push all the way up, give you the profits, then it'll start coming right back down. So long story short, now that I have that as my entry, I also know that we can drop some more in pre-market, right? I'm going to take this one right here, right? Because why? Moody loves reversals. And what is this? A 3-2-2 reversal to the upside, red to green. Let me drop this right here. 3 down, 2 up, 3 down, green, 2 up, right? So once I see my patterns and my setup, I'm gonna be like, okay, I kind of like that 23, and I can move. Let me change this to white, right? And automatically, I'm not putting it there, right? But look, I was drawing an alert. This is my stop loss. And one thing, I'll show you my trick. If my stop loss is at the bottom of that wick right there, I automatically take it down a little lower and I use it like that, right? And this is a small account, so the stop loss is 105. I'm definitely not going to keep it there because that's 104, right? So I'll put my stop loss somewhere down here, like 102, because I'm not trying to get stopped out. We know that it'll come out, take out the bottom, and then reverse, right? That's what it likes to do. So I don't want to get stopped out just in case we reverse right back down, and I'll wait for my entry. But if we reverse right back down, it gives me a quicker entry to get back up and this turns into a target, right? So now I'm going to say I'm going to enter in right here. Obviously, I'm not swinging this because it's today. I need to do this live for y'all. But long story short, I would be entering right here now instead of 23.26, right? So I can delete that and my stop loss is right here. Now I need to draw just so I don't forget.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So are you gonna be swinging there? And like, are you gonna be swinging there?
Possibly not. I'm just talking about it.
Or are we just talking hypothetically August 5th?
Yeah, we're just talking hypothetically and what can happen.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's why I tell people, do you want to give me a chart that you want to swing so I can tell you what to do? Or I'll just talk about any chart. I just think it's helpful if somebody was to be like, yeah, bro, can you do it on DraftKings? Because I'm actually going to be trying to trade tomorrow, because now you have your chart and you have your levels from an analyst, right? And then you have your chart.
Well, I know y'all keep talking.
You're breaking up. I can't understand you. You sound like Optimus Prime right now.
I know that y'all usually, you still can't hear me?
I can hear you a little better now.
I said, I know that y'all do SPY a lot, so.
No, yeah, we're gonna jump over to SPY too, but SPY's not a good swing for me.
Okay.
It's
What's
just
that?
everything I've been talking about, like the theta. Like, look, let me go to SPY so you can. Like, I just went over DBX and showed that theta and how much that theta costs. I'll go to SPY and just go to this week, and I'm gonna just go straight at the money for a call. It costs $80 for 409. The theta is $104. Why would you want to swing that? You're gonna pay $80 to lose $104 the next day. Your contract is automatically worthless. That's why people are getting robbed in the market, because they don't understand the Greeks. They don't understand what they're buying, and they don't understand that these contracts, you lose money per day for swinging them. And you also lose money throughout the day if it's not going your direction. Right? So it's very vital to understand that. Yeah, I went over to like the hourly chart. So my entry would be like right up here, my stop like right here, right? So of course I'm not going to be looking at the hour. I'm going to be looking at a smaller time frame, because that's where I'm getting my entry from. So I'm going to stay right here, right? But I'm going to also draw up my new targets, because these are the targets that we drew from a bigger time frame, right? We want to hit those targets, but we also know we have that target to hit now. Oh, wrong, green. Right? We also have this PMG right here to hit. The way I'm going to do it, because I know how DBX moves, I'm not going to grab every single one of these targets, because I know it's so close to each other and it doesn't move. From $19, it's probably 23 cents. Look, 25 cents, right? I said $19, 19 cents, my bad. But I'll take that one as well, knowing that that's a high. But all I'm going to want to, like, I'll draw a line right here. And I know to take out that target, but what I'm going to want to see is us take out the target and my candle staying on top of this line to try to push back over. That's why I leave all those lines up there, is because it guides me right back up and it doesn't scare me out my trade. So now that I did that, okay, I'm on a 5 minutes, it's gonna take me forever. No, it's not, it's actually right here. So I'm gonna go right here and I'm gonna open these bad boys up, right? And I'm gonna pull my handy dandy little tool, 23.25. I'm gonna find this target right here, 23.23. I don't want it. That target already got taken out, right? Because I have a 23.25 target. So this is just a level. 23.23 is not a target anymore. So this is going to be a target right here, 23.36, right? From 23.36, since I have that target to 38, I'm going to go ahead and erase this 38. Or if I don't erase it, all I'm going to do is go back to the time frame that I was on. And I think it was a daily or a weekly. It was weekly because it was inside. You see, it's just remembering what you're doing. Since I know that 38 level right here was from this, where is that? 38 level, 38, right here. That's that target, right? So all I'm gonna do is change the color of that is weekly. So I'm gonna put it pink, right? So I can know that once I hit on this 5 minute time frame, look, I'm doing all this on a weekly. Look how close it is on a 5 minute time frame, right? As soon as I hit this, I know for a fact that that's a weekly target. That's why I color coordinate them, but I can't do that when I put out charts, because you guys, unless you've been charting with me for a while, you're not gonna know what my colors mean. So I leave them green for the targets, yellow for the gaps, white for the entries, red for the puts, because it's just easier for you to understand that. But if if I could just change the colors and it's not gonna throw y'all off, and y'all see green, y'all just know, hold on. If I see pink, that's Moody's weekly target. Orange is Moody's monthly target. So we just got, like, I'm seeing all of this on a bigger time frame. So we just got all the way up here. Look at this PMG. So we definitely about to come take out these targets. You know what I'm saying? It gets easier and easier and easier to identify that, right? So when you swing trading with the Strat, is literally going with one of your targets. But swing trading, one thing I would tell you is, this is, oh man, this is going to be amazing. Oh, I am recording this. This is something nobody ever says. And I just noticed that nobody ever says this. You know how, man, I just want to curse. I'm gonna hold myself. But you know how we're always talking about confirmation. I'm entering this trade because of confirmation. Oh, this confirmed this, so I enter this trade. Guess what? When swing trading, you're confirming yourself with just price action, but you're honestly taking, I don't want to say a gamble, you're taking an educated guess. That's what you're doing when you're swing trading, because you're going with just price action, right? Because just throw me a stop right here. right? Oh, beautiful inside. All right, so look, let's delete all this. Inside, right? But it's inside because this is the same weekly candle. Let's go to the daily. All right, so boom, 3-2. We may, oh, let me say it correctly, or just a reversal, 2 down, 3-2-2, yes. We can be getting, excuse me, this 3-2-2 reversal, right? It may not, this pattern may not look like that. Maybe you have to look at this pattern. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be different because you're going to, and different strats start telling you more things. That's another reason why I don't just be throwing them all out there. But I did this time is because, does this one show you it? No, it's not this one. Some of them will show you. You see how you only, I could just show it to you off of this one because it's not going to do it on this. You see how it's just showing you 3-2-2 reverse? I mean, bullish reversal or bearish reversal. This is also a continuation. Every single one of these patterns is a reversal or a continuation. But if we put it all in there, it's going to throw people off. But as you start to learn them, you start to learn like, oh, wait. If I just reverse on a 2-1-2, right? 2-1-2 bullish reversal, and then I just got a 3-2-2, what would that mean? Did I just get two reversals at the same time? No, you got a continuation right after, right? So going back to the chart, with Dick's Sporting Goods, let's say we want to trade it. Boom. Right there. We got a stop loss right there. I'm gonna show you another trade. Like that stop loss is extremely far, right? We know we're gonna enter the trade right here. I'm gonna talk about what, oh yeah. We know we're not entering the trade right here. I'll take that back. We can move our stop loss to the opening, the body of the candle, how we do support and resistance, the opening, because we know that all these levels right here are opening prices of candlesticks, right? So we know that these candlesticks are also respecting the opening price, or the closing price of other candlesticks, or the highs of the lows, right? So since we know that, you could bring it up a little further, right? And not have to go all the way to 89.75 if it's reversing on you or something like that. But let's just say you've seen this, right? On a daily, you don't want to swing it off the daily because you want to have some type of confirmation, right? Because we know it can go 3-2-2 reversal to keep going up to go ahead and take out this target right here, right? Little small gap fill. Man, see, I wish Jordan was on here. Me and him debate about this. Right, and that's your magnitude. But when you take it over to like a 4-hour, I should have been said this earlier in the class, I like to find my swings on 4-hour time frames. Why? Because I only get 2 candlesticks throughout the day. So I will know if we caught a reversal just now, like look, you see this 3-2-2, they all simultaneously run together. Look at the daily. 3-2. I'm gonna take it to the 6-hour. 3-2, look, 3-2-2. You see how it's already telling me what's gonna happen on the daily? Look at the 4-hour. 3-2-2. What was I just talking about? 3-2-2 reversals, right? But on those are obviously continuations. Let me see. 2-1-3, 3. No, it's reversal, right? 3-2-2 continuation, 2 right there, right? So long story short, I would have already tried to got in on my swing at the break of this high. So like around 12 o'clock, I would have tried to enter this trade, right? Because that's when this candlestick is going to come out. You can see it at the bottom right there. At 12 o'clock, that candlestick would have came out and we would have went 2 up. So I'm going to anticipate, and that's why I tell people, like when you want to look for swings, anywhere between like 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, right? Because this can trigger, just like it triggered 2 up, but then it came back down, right? We can go back to the time of the day and see that, right? Oh, I didn't mean to draw that one. I just want to show you like how things trigger. Dang, which one was it? Uh, 92.72. So 92.72 right here, right? Look at how we trigger. Boom, trigger, bull flag. This goes for lows. So lows, check it out. Remember when it was like, hey, when it triggers, do we just enter, or do we wait for the pullback, for the re-entry, or something of that nature? This is a prime example. Trigger, aggressive trader like I jumped in, pull back, 3-1-2 reversal to the downside, right? Because it's a smaller time frame. That's the only reason we're seeing that quick reversal. 3-1-2 to the downside did not take you out your trade because your stop loss is down here. If your trigger's right here, right? As soon as you want to trigger, you're using this candlestick. So your stop loss is going to be right here. You pull back, bull flag, breaks out. If you are not like Moody and didn't want to just jump in, right? And because you don't average down to just make sure that you're straight, you would have took the break, you could have took the break of the bull flag, but we're talking to Strat, you would have just entered in when it re-triggered, right? At that 92, look, the re-trigger, the high was 92.73. Look at this high, 92.72. You see the trigger, 92.72, 92.73. Boom, let's go. You see this candle? This is exactly what I'm saying when I say like they guide me all the way back up, is because once we break that trigger, I want to see us opening over it and, you know, pushing up. I don't care if we just pushed up a little bit and come back down. Those are just levels to let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was to draw them out, look, that's gonna touch. Ooh, that was disrespectful. I'll put it right here. Why is it drawing it all the way up there? Y'all so disrespectful. Oh, the magnet's on. So boom, right there. And I'm gonna just draw it on this one. And we're gonna go to new data because we would have drew it on this and would have been like, yeah, we need to break that. Dang, we need to break that. I'm gonna draw one right here too, so you could just see, yeah, right there. So now let's look at this data. See when he's come back down, drops right there. Those are the first two I put. Drops right there, goes right back up to that line. See that? Resistance, boom, breaks resistance, comes back down. Where did it come back to? That level, right? That's why I leave my levels there. Oh, damn, we broke down a little bit, but I didn't come and hit that other level yet. Boom, comes right back up. You see what I mean? So that's why you want to draw on your chart. And this is why I also use the Strat in the bottom of candlesticks as well for support and resistance, right? If I would have used that wick, I would have got faked out, right? So, yeah, hopefully that didn't go over nobody's head. Let me go to the chat, and if y'all got any questions, y'all can unmute yourselves or just let me know what's up. Dang, my boy D Wiz in the building. Mara, bro, I got 13 puts for next week. That's you said. Let me not say nothing. Shit, I got puts. I would have bought calls. I would have bought calls on Mara. I'm sorry to say that, Keyshawn. But yeah, I like calls. Let me see. Let me look at the chart. That resistance. Oh, you trying to catch this channel break to the bottom, back to the bottom. Ah man, I don't know about that, bro. 2 down, 2 up, reversal, 2 continuation, domino effect to take out. Damn, that's a mean domino. Like bloop, 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 bloop. Let's go to the weekly so we can see the domino effect. Ooh, inside, yeah, buddy. I don't think that's about to happen with Mara. Let me see. I don't want to throw your hopes up. You said next week, so you might have time. You never know what happens in the market. We're in a recession. Don't let Moody just talking. Moody just bullish. Jesus Christ. 24,000. Damn, Bitcoin. Don't do it to me, Bitcoin. You see this 100? Don't tell me we're going to 26,000. All right, cool. Yeah, I wouldn't have did that with Mara, but I understand. What made you want to put Mara? Oh yeah, bro, I'm trying to swing Bitcoin if we break this double top to eat this. Hey, what time frame you on, D-Wiz?
You can look at the daily or the weekly, bro, but if we break that top, you see that PMG to the upside.
Damn, yeah, that thing retarded. That's retarded. Yeah, as soon as we break this top too. Yeah, that's the double top you're talking about. Yeah, I feel you.
Yes, sir.
1 head and shoulder, hour. Yo, we talking Strat and they keep talking to me about patterns. Let me pull up the DBX. 1 hour, head and shoulders. Where is it? I don't see no head and shoulders on the 1 hour. I see an inverted head and shoulders on the 1 hour. Tracy, unmute yourself. Talk to me now. I'm trying to help you. You said 1.
Yeah, I was just saying that I saw an inverted head and shoulders on the 1 hour for DBX.
Oh, that's what the eye meant. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it too. I thought you were seeing this head and shoulders, like shoulder, head, shoulder. That's past data. But yeah, the inverted head and shoulder, right there. Shoulder.
Hey, Moody, I have a question. Like that example that you showed us for DBX, when do you know to go in? Like, are you always looking at that stock to see if you can, you know, get in or enter again?
Yeah, I'll be trading DBX. I haven't traded her in probably like 2 weeks or a week and a half or something like that. But yeah, I'll be trading DBX. It's one of my favorite stocks. Her and Macy's is what really turned me into a crackhead. Those are the first stocks that I would like. I really was buying like 100 contracts or 150. I bought more, but I don't want to say that. But yeah, I do. I watch it all the time, and the way you get in is just using a strat to break up the previous highs, right? Like if I wanted to swing DBX, let me go to 4 hour real quick, see what we looking like. We don't really drop from there, but we're bullish right now, and we're over. I'll definitely take. Yeah, I'll take it for calls. That's what I did. Yeah, I already tried it out because I'm like, damn, I wouldn't want to take. In my head, let me delete this. In my head, I was like, dang, I don't want to take the 3-2-2 reversal, like the 2 up, because I'm like, I know we'll take this out, but I know DBX don't move that much. So if I take this, it may move all the way up to here. What price is this? It may move to like 23.50 from an entry of 23.25. So that's 25 cents. But it can run. Oh snap! No, so it'll hit at least these 2 targets for a fact. Definitely, if we continue bullish, it'll go up even higher because it just doesn't move that much. But like, we just need a bullish day. You see these big green candles? It'll do it, and that's $1.40, right? And that was 4 hours of the market. But and I said it like that because $1.40 on DBS is a freaking bag. But long story short, you take it out to break it to high. I wouldn't want to take it there because I'm kind of greedy sometimes. But I'll take it right here. And I forgot how I found that. I was just doing, it was the 5 minute, the 3-2-2 reversal back up. And that's how I charted it right here. I would take this. This would be my stop loss right down here. You could just take a picture. Stop loss 23.02, entry 23.10, and first couple of targets that you need to take out. And then you'll want to stay above here if you want to take some of those targets out. But I promise you, if you buy enough contracts and you up here, you ain't gonna be worried about that. Because you're gonna be like, how in the heck did this happen so fast? You know, another one that's like that is Kroger. XLE will give you the bag too. X will give you the bag as well. Steel, look at XLE. Bottom of the Browning formation, getting to the middle of the range. I look at this and I be understanding, no, energy is not going down. You know, you don't have to always look at the actual stock. It could confuse you, right? You could go look at the sector that is in. But yeah, does anybody have any questions? I don't know what to talk about right now, unless I just start charting and be like, yo, this is a good swing. This is a good swing. How do you get these numeral numbers? It's called the Strat, bro. Click the indicators part and type in the Strat. And I use the Strat open levels. That's the one that I use. What does PMG mean? PMG is just consecutive higher lows, right? Like how we're seeing it right here. You want to see 4 or more higher lows, but depending on the time frame, you may see it on an hour, and you may just see like 3 of them. But if you see 3 of them on an hour, that means on a smaller time frame, like the 15 minute or the 30 minute, you're gonna see that whole entire PMG, right? So it's just higher lows, right? Consecutive higher lows, and one candle takes it all out, right? Let me try to find one right here. You see, like all of these was a PMG, like little higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. One candle normally takes all that out in conjunction. This inverted head and shoulders right here, that's all PMGs right there, right? It started taking it out, and wanted to take out the rest of these over here. And these 2 candles took it all out in one shot. And yeah, I go over it a lot on different videos, but if you need me to explain it like for real, just let me know. And honestly, bro, tap into these classes, because if people really like these classes of me breaking down videos, let me see, this still up here? No, it's not up here. But like, I'll just go to the stock things. Like if people really like them, like I'm gonna be going Dang, bro, I be dropping hella shit, don't I? Stock training. Like Sarah Sniper videos, I'm gonna start break, or even Rob videos, right? Of them talking about the strat or anything like that. I'm gonna start breaking it down, right? And the reason why is because I know a lot of people not watching these videos, right? But I promise you, watch this. I'm gonna just play something and watch how something's gonna click for somebody.
Talking with traders. I'm Dan, and
41 years ago in August, I started working in the summers on the CBOE and checking it out. And I was like, this is cool. And everybody's having a good time. Then every summer through high school and college, I would work down Chicago Stock Exchange till
Chicago Stock Exchange.
The next day I come in and on the screens, they used to have an opening indication. There wasn't any after hours.
This is basically him telling you like how he created it
So
and why he created it.
flashing on my buddy's screen next to me, he was the specialist compact. That's how I got into it. It's showing 80-90. And I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, that's the indication. I'm like, it's opening between 80 and 90? That's gonna be down 30 bucks. I'm like, oh man. I'm like, all right. So it opens, and Jim, being the position trader type of guy that he is, like the guy I was working for, he's like, we can just buy a little bit more down here. And I'm like, yeah, screw him. By the time I blew this thing out, it was at 36. I lost almost everything I already had, and I haven't really even started.
Okay.
So
let me fast forward it.
Monthly, weekly, daily, 60 minute.
Right here.
Because of all my work, I later worked with Harvey, who's the specialist in compact. And I originally had 8 screens in 1990. And so from then, what I would do is at night, and at those times I would do it in the morning and on the weekends, I would make sure that I went through every stock in the S&P 500 and any other big stock, monthly, weekly, daily, 60 minute. And I wouldn't try and totally analyze it. Like,
you heard what he just said? Monthly, weekly, daily, 60, didn't even drop down to the smaller time frame. Because when you start learning charts, you see the other smaller time frames automatically. As soon as you start going smaller, you start seeing everything because you've seen the bigger picture, right?
Like head and shoulders or anything like that. I was like, my mind's just got to see it. I mean, something's going to jump out at me someday, right? And the most important thing in those days to me was just going with the relative strength and weakness. I'm like, this thing's strong today, these things are weak. You know,
RSI, relative strong.
we still do that, right? Yeah. And
I'm gonna fast forward some more.
How back in the day, Fed days used to be a lot.
Working with traders.
Right?
And when you measure this, you measure from the high to the low.
All right, so look, and this is when he starts breaking it down a little bit.
There's only 3 possible outcomes.
Oh my God.
Right? So that's why we call them a scenario 1, a 2, and a 3. So a 1 means consolidation, an inside bar. You weren't strong enough to take out a high or weak enough to take out the low, right?
And when you measure this, you measure from the high to the low, right?
Yes, not. And some people ask me to use the wicks, and I'm like, yes. And when some people say we only use the real bodies, I'm like, well, that doesn't count. I'm like, I just got stopped out up there. That counts to me.
You
right?
feel
So
me?
it's
That's
definitely
support and
trading.
resistance.
That matters. So it has to be completely inside. And that's equilibrium, right? The buyers and sellers, now there might be a bias. It could be a big inside bar, whatever, green or red, but it still didn't do it, right? So what that means, the buying and selling is equalized, formed an equilibrium, right? Somebody's got to take that eventually.
Yep.
Right?
And on a lower time frame, that's your wedge.
Yes.
Right. So
exactly.
Like today, S&P SPY's inside day, whole bunch of inside days today, whole bunch of ones, right? And that's why you avoid trading that, because you're going to get chopped up.
What did he say? You avoid trading the ones. When we see the ones, we wait for the next candle because it's going to break the high or the low of that one.
It's not doing anything. So you can see how the SPY chopped around the last 2 days.
You see that? Look, let me get this to come down. You see how he just threw a little scenario, then throw a bar. This is inside. He's letting you know about this being inside, but my mind saw something. We wait for the next candle. Imagine this candle was live, right? Let's not even say that it went higher than that candlestick that is inside still, right? It picked a direction to the downside. So as soon as it breaks this low, we're jumping in to try to take this low, this target out, right? Let me go to the chat real quick before I start dropping stuff. Let me go up. And then Moody, what you want me to say for you, Moody? I don't know, bro. I know if I ask you to say something, but say anything, bro. Say some love. Wasn't okay. He's answering that.
That's when you was contemplating cussing, man.
Oh, isn't that? Can y'all hear him? Yeah. Yes. Can't hear. That's weird. Sorry. Sign out of Zoom and come back in. Everybody else is able to. Can we do KR for start to finish for a possible swing? Yes, but it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense because I understand you just want to learn how to swing. So I could show you how to swing, but it doesn't make sense because today is Thursday. So are you trying to swing it over the weekend? And if you are, we just got to choose the right contract, right? So you don't lose money. Where do you take about sectors? Where do you take about sectors? Where do you talk about sectors? I talk about sectors all the time. I'm not sure if I specifically did a video on it, but I will be talking about sectors a lot more when I do market overviews throughout the weeks. I met Rob at Finwit. What? He is so smart and so charismatic. I love him. Oh my God, Lala. I ain't jealous, but I'm like, I wish I was you right now. Can we trade places? How was that experience meeting Rob? Was you able to get actual conversation with him, like see him face to face? Was it like him just explaining himself or his career or the strat? If you would like to elaborate, if you don't want to unmute yourself, you drop it in the chat. Chop up when you want it.
When I went to FinTwit, he did a full presentation. It was about 30 minutes and it showed everything from when he first started back in like the 70s, and he had hair all the way down to his butt. He looked like a hippie, and it showed him like, his transitioning all the way from there. And like back then he even still had like 6 or 8 monitors, but they were like the huge old monitors stacked on top of each other. And it was just really cool. Like he's a really good storyteller. So it was just really interesting seeing where he came from, how he came up with the strat, why he came up with it. And then, yes, we got one-on-one time with him afterwards just to ask him questions. At that time, I wasn't as familiar with the strat, which I still am not. I'm still learning it, but that made me really want to learn it even more. Just seeing how it wasn't a lagging indicator, and seeing how that's all he uses. And then he talks about his little setup that he's got right now. He's got like, I think he said like 12 or 14 monitors, and he feels like an air traffic controller because he's got a monitor thing on his head, and he's just constantly as fast as he can go going through stocks. Like he goes through hundreds of stocks a day. He's like a machine. Like it's amazing.
Wow, man, that's amazing that you was able to meet him. Did you know about the strat before joining this Discord?
I did, yes. So I've heard about the strat through friends, and I've been following Sarah for a while. She was actually at FinTwit too. She didn't do a presentation, but I talked to her. So I've been around the community for a while. I just for some reason really never really got into it, but I've just recently, and I don't know, something that you said just now, and it made me realize like I got faked out today. And had I realized about that, what was it, a 2-1-2 reversal, that would have stopped me from getting faked out. So now I'm like, okay, I need to spend a little bit more time on this.
Was it like confusing about like, was you in like a continuation or something like that it faked you out the 2-1-2 reversal?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the price was dropping and it looked like it was going to continue to drop, but really it was about to reverse. And I had printed out those papers that you, the PDFs a while ago when I first started looking into the strat, but I really just didn't give it the time that I should have. Like I remember you saying that you just need to sit down one day and just go through all the videos. And I never really did that. When, I spent like a whole year just learning about different other strategies and moving averages and all that. And I thought I had my strategy down, but then like the last month, I've kind of been in a slump. So I've been looking for something else to kind of fine tune what I already know. So yeah, this morning with SPX, it took a dive first and I was bullish. Like at the beginning of the day, I said, or before they even started, I was like, it's probably going to go to 40.80. I had a $4,100 call for today because I knew it was going to go high, but then I ended up selling it because of that stupid drop in the morning, which the strat would have saved me from that because that was that 212 bullish reversal on that paper. So I have that printed out now, and that's going to be my homework this weekend because yeah, that definitely opened my eyes. So thank you.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of you, man. That's what's up, man. And you just taking like the extra mile. You're doing things that I wish that I would have did and connected with them and things of that nature. I'm actually trying to get Sarah Sniper on one of my classes. If I have to pay her, I will. Just so that she could talk about the strat as well, and that I could give her flowers for, you know, helping taking my trading to a whole nother level. So what I'm doing right now is just from what you were speaking about. Let me try to find it on a better one, like this one right here. You see, this is good to understand like time. Let me do it on a bigger time frame. Matter of fact, go to 15 minute. So check this out. Say we were just running up and just don't look at the time of the candlesticks. I'm just trying to find a setup. Come on. That's close enough. It's like right there. All right, so say we caught this 2-2 reversal back up right here, right? And we jumped in at the break of this candle and we're going up. We know that our stop loss is down here, right? And we know that this is when we want to get out our trade. And or, right, even if it doesn't come to our stop loss and we just went up and our next candle on a 15 minute has now reversed right back down and broke 2 down, we know that we just reversed back down so we could be in a TTO. I'm explaining it like this because I know you understand what I'm talking about, like triangle day outs and things of that nature since you've been on the strat, right? So since we know that it's going to triangle day out, once that it can triangle day out, once we get another reversal right back down, this is when time frame continuity comes into play, right? Because you go to the, you're on a 15 minute and you're seeing that and you know, like, man, and you just drew this line, like I just got all these gains and it's coming right back down. If I break this, I'm gonna lose my gains, right? And I'm gonna start going negative, but I don't have to use my stop loss. I can use this stop loss for reversing right back down. If you bring this guy over, that's why I have a 7 minute. Bring this guy back over. That's, you see, look, 15 minute, it's literally right there. You see it at the break. Oh, it's a little, no, it's right there. At the bottom of that wick is 46.20. The bottom of this wick is 46.20, right? If you bring this bad boy over to like a 7 minute, and I'm gonna bring it over to a smaller one, right here, that's the bottom of that wick when it dropped down and then it went right back up, right? So when you coming to these smaller time frames, you'll see like that move. Obviously, all this past data is gonna be there when we draw it on the 15. So we're gonna be looking at it like this. And let's just say this candle has opened up. Oh man, we all know, let me just do it like this. It opened up at the bottom, right? Because it's a green candle and it started shooting up. But first it opened up and it went down, tested that line, and then it shot up, right? Then it lost momentum. So always keep that in mind. I'm gonna put it just like that because we're seeing this candle growing still and it's live, there's minutes on it. So when you go over to like the 7 minute, and the best thing that I can do is, what time is that? That is 14:15. 7 minute. 14:16, right? So 14:15 was the last minute of this candlestick when we got the 14:16, right? Oh, I'm sorry, no, it was in here. 14:16. No, 15. It was in here and then 16, right? So all you have to do is go smaller and smaller and you'll catch that reversal. You could get out of your trade quicker, right? Because now that we've seen this 3 up, we know it's creating a larger broadening formation, right? And now we got this 1. As soon as this 1 broke down the previous candle, right, that it turned into a 3-1-2 reversal to the downside, guess what? We got out right there. So we got out with profit or break even. If you take this down to a smaller, you get out even quicker. You see this? You got out up here now because it's 3-1-2 reversal right back down. We know it's going to TTO, right? So that's the art of understanding the whatever time frame you want and working it down, right? To see something happening before it happens, so you can jump out of your trade quicker. If I go to a 1 minute, look how quicker I would have got out this trade. Ran up, came up, 2-1-2 to the downside. I would have been out right there. I would have been out at my weekly opening price.
That's awesome. I love it. I'm addicted. This is what I needed. This is exactly what I needed. This is awesome.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited because I know for a fact, because I just heard you speaking to me about like Rob and Sarah and just the strat itself, that because I know that that could have possibly went over a lot of people's heads. And put a Y in the chat if it did go over your head. I'll try to explain it a different way. But Lala, you saw exactly what I was trying to explain, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I did. And I love it.
Awesome. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Absolutely. We're gonna be appreciating each other forever. Go back into this chat. So with this strat, how long are you usually swinging? Well, that just determines on the price action, right? So if I have Kroger pulled up, let's just go ahead and throw it on a 30-minute chart. Let's just say I'm swinging it from all the way down here, right? And I'm entering. Let's go ahead and erase this. Price action is always going to let me know this is a trick that I do. This is not with the strat, like the opening price of this candle. I'm going to take it too because I know that that's a level, right? Just like this is the level, the opening price of the hour. If I take it to the hour, you'll see that. See the opening price of the hour. Oh, well, sorry, it's a red candle. Opening price of the hour is right there, right? So the opening price of the 30-minute candle is right here, right? So I understand that about the strat. And what I use with the strat, so I also do that as well. But say I entered in down here, right, at 406.05, that's a take profit zone for me, right? 46.12. And it all depends on how many contracts I got, right? And it all depends like how I started dropping down the time frames, right? As I drop down the time frames, if we continue to look bullish and that we're going to continue to rip to the upside, I'm going to hold it to be able to take out my magnitudes, right? Magnitudes all the way up here, 46. It's really up here, but I'm going to keep it right here at 46 because we could take it to like 46.37. But that could possibly be its double top. But we can keep it just like that. And these lines are what's going to guide me all the way up. And the RSI and just the price action and us possibly losing momentum is what's going to allow me to get out my trade, or me just following the strat and the strat stopping me out, right? So since we know we're entering anywhere between down here, let me go ahead and make this guy white, right? Say we're entering anywhere down there. As you go down to the smaller time frames, like say a 10-minute time frame, is going to allow you to gain more targets, right? Right here, we're not having any more targets. So we got to break down this 3-bar, right? So I'm going to take this guy over to a 5-minute chart. And now we're getting that 322 reversal to the upside, right? And that's going to be this pattern right here. Ooh, dang, I kept you up here, Rob. I'll put you back on. Don't worry, big bro. Right here, 3 down, 2 up. Go back to the chart. That'll be that reversal. Dang, I'm doing that because like that's a reversal that I'll take. That's why I put that white line there. But that'll also be a target because we're entering anywhere down here. So that'll be a target. Then you can drop down to a smaller time frame. And also remember what I said, my little trick. So I'll take the opening of this one as well, right? Anywhere around there. Let's make it pink so we can understand what we're doing. Then, you know, I like the 1 minute, but you could keep going down, right? There go to, and this is what I mean, perfect. Like when you trade in a strat and you're trying to catch this 322 reversal to the upside, it may, even on this 5-minute time frame, may just go 2 down again. Guess what? You just move your entry point to that high, like right here on a 3-minute, boom. You just move this entry point. Oops, delete. You just move your entry right there. So now that'll turn into a target. So you're just going to enter in much more quicker, right? So then you drop it down to a 1 minute. You see the reversal happening, 312 reversal to the downside, but it is bears a losing value, right? Also, the continuity is messed up on this. But somebody asked me to do Kroger, so let's just chart up Kroger real quick. Oh, excuse me. She said chart it up for a swing. Today's Thursday. Let's start off with the weekly then. Swing this. Yes, swing this. The reason I'm saying swing this, remember when we were looking at the monthly chart? Let's look at this monthly chart. But it was on SPY or something like that. And no, it was on CAT. Here, I'll just pull it up so you can see. See this setup right here? New week coming in next week. If we open up anywhere between here, boom, automatic 2 up, pull up cat. I think we spoke about it on a monthly. Yeah, it was monthly. Remember? New month come out, automatic 2 up. So put this back to the daily, KR. All right. This is a reversal, guys. Kroger is now looking at the weekly chart, you don't have a reversal, you have a 2 down, right? I'm gonna go ahead and put my entry. Delete. I don't think I got my magnets on, that's what's the problem. Right. We'll find a stop loss. I'm not going to worry about that now, and I'm going to make the stop all the way at 44.32. Daily, we still haven't reversed. Oh my God, beautiful. All right, so but this reversal is not going to happen until 10 days. So we're going to take the weekly reversal. Cool. All right.
Wait. How do you know when something's not going to happen in 10 days?
Oh, because the chart telling me that. This is a 10-day chart, and I just got a new candlestick.
Oh wow.
I got a new candlestick today.
So with the Strat, you'll be able to tell when something's about to happen again?
Absolutely with the Strat, because the Strat is going to tell you that. But no, what you're seeing from me understanding that this chart only had 10 more days before a reversal is meaning that this candle is live. It's telling me right here that I have 10 days and 18 hours left for me to get a new candlestick. So it's going to take 10 days for me to get a new candlestick to rip up 2 up. This can keep going 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, but it's not no reversal just yet, right? It'll be a reversal and really not a full reversal if this goes 3 bar, like right here. It's just setting up a bigger, larger broadening formation, but you have a nice PMG right here, right, to take you all the way back up. So that's why I was saying I would go with the weekly chart, because the weekly chart is just less than 24 hours for me to get a new candlestick, right? So over the weekend, I'm only gonna have to wait for Saturday and Sunday. On Monday, I get a new candlestick right here that can reverse this previous candlestick, if that makes sense. My 10-day chart is not gonna allow me to do that until 10 days, right? My 1-day chart will allow me to do that as well. The 1 day, and that's what I was trying to explain, the weekly is not reversed, it's 2 down. The 10-day chart that I have, it is not reversed. Just because it's green does not mean nothing. It is 2 down. What you would do when you see a 2 down from a previous 2 down is grab the Fibonacci, drop it from the bottom of the wick to the top of the wick, and that's your entry point. The 50 mark is your entry point to go 3 bar, right? So we also know that we can enter in right there. So now we're going to drop this guy to the daily, and the daily is now showing us, you see how we're going from a bigger time frame to a smaller one? The daily has now given us confirmation that we have a reversal to the upside. 2 down, like we've been seeing, right? 2 down, inside bar. We do not trade this day, right? That was on, today's Thursday, that was on Wednesday, right? We waited to Thursday, it triggered. You see this right here? You see this pin bar, automatic 2 up? That's what I'm saying is going to happen on this chart. Next week, 2 up, Morningstar. You have to see it before it happens. The next person is going to see this Morningstar once they get a green candle here, and it's like right here. They're going to be like, oh, it's like creating a Morningstar. Well, you could have been got in there, buddy. It's just you're waiting to see the pattern. When you're seeing patterns, it's not good to say this, but you're honestly, what's the word I'm looking for? Anticipating the pattern. You know what I'm saying? Right? The Strat is not going to anticipate anything. It's going to tell you exactly where we're going, 2 down or 2 up, or we're consolidating. So this weekly is what's going to happen. The daily is showing me that is what I can, not showing me that, I can correlate it with the daily, right? So we went 1 bar, 2 up right there, right? So this stock opened up at, or let's just go from a low, because they only went 4 cents low. It went from 45.84 to 46.33, right? That was a okay move on Kroger if you didn't swing the trade and you just got in at market open, right? So long story short, we're talking about swinging. Don't let that white line, this white line confuse you, or this red line confuse you. This is the Fibonacci drawn on a weekly chart, And now we can see it on a daily. And we also know that right here, this 50 mark is our entry as well. We're going to take this entry, right? That's our weekly entry. And this is what I'm gonna teach you. You can go ahead, make this pink. You know that that's your weekly entry. So you know you got a quicker entry on your daily from 44 cents. This one is at the close 04, right? So you got, wait, is that right? Yeah. No, because that's the close. I'm sorry, the high, Kelvin. What's wrong with you, bro? 46.33, right? So I'm gonna leave it there because it can trigger the 43.33 and then it can do whatever it wants to do to come take out this target and trigger my weekly, right? To push my weekly up. So I'm gonna still use this one because it's not that far from the entry. They can try to do whatever they want to. I know I can take this for a target, right? And I know I can take that for a target. Before I keep showing, all of these are targets. I'm gonna just show you that real quick. Boom. All of these are targets, right? To take you right back up. Now, I'm just showing you how to chart and what you want to do sometimes. That 50 mark, I'm gonna draw a line right there. I'm gonna go check out the price action. We bounce, 50 mark, right? 50 mark, bounce right at oversold, take it back up. Cool. Do it again here. Just a little bit of, I wouldn't call it choppiness, but just price action, takes it right back up. Respects it over here, takes it right back up. All right, got you, pimping. Go back over here. Oh, this is a major support and resistance for them. Reason why they'll double top, triple top, right? One tap, two tap, three tap, triple tap, but they didn't reverse all the way back down to show you that patterns are not accurate, right? Because a triple top is bearish, should have went back down, went up, gapped up. And I just look at the price action like, okay, cool. Like all we have to do is come test it, and we break past. Okay, have we tested it yet? Yes. No, not the blue line. We haven't came back to test it, but that's still okay. From right here, we got to go test a dollar move. Yeah, I'm good with that. And then all you do to try to see more price action, to understand it more, you can go to an hourly time frame and see how it performed throughout the days, right? And then another good thing is to just look at the time. Like that was 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, okay, and then it reversed back up. Cool, awesome, right? I saw a morning star right here. Remember on a weekly, what I told you that is looking like, we had two down, and it's looking like green, and that's when somebody's gonna see that morning star, when they start seeing this, and it may be too late for them, right? So you wanna anticipate those moves, right? Because that's how we're seeing it right now, just like this. And what normally happens when you see that pattern, look at that pattern. What normally happens, it goes up. What normally happens when you see morning stars. This is my favorite freaking pattern, and it correlates with the Strat because the morning star is just a 2-2 reversal. Evening star is just a 2-2 reversal, or it's going to be a 3-2-2 reversal, right? Because it's a 3 candle pattern. 2 down, 2 up. Take you back to the combo sheet. Watch how these patterns correlate. 3 candle pattern. There's just a small candle in the middle, big candles. Small candle in the middle, big candles. Small candle in the middle, big candles. So it's just amazing. But all right, cool. Let me go back to the Strat. Top down analysis with the Strat projection. Got it. Yep. Can't wait to catch the replay. I wasn't driving. No, you're gonna catch it, bro. Don't worry about it. So let's finish up on Kroger because now I'm just like explaining certain things that I'll do. So let's go ahead and erase this blue line, right? So now that I know that, $56.95, right? And I'm gonna just say $47. $47 because it's just more psychological. And I'm gonna erase this fib. Cool. Now that I erase that fib, I know that this is the pink is an entry, right? That's my entry, but we're gonna make it white so we can know it's just that we got it from the weekly chart, right? Nice PMG to the downside, right? So me just knowing stocks, like I can also, if I don't want to enter in here, I could say, let me catch the bounce and enter in right here. Cause I'm not looking for puts, right? And that's another thing. Like even with me trading with the Strat, like I don't chart both ways. I chart one way. And if it doesn't go my way, I just go to the next chart. And that just helps me not be so emotional, right? Because if I chart both ways, now I'm just like stuck on this chart, like, oh man, which way are we gonna go? Okay, you went down. Well, I was trying to go up. Next chart. You know what I'm saying? Oh, dang, I just clicked that. This is another one. GSK, big bag, big bag alert, big bag alert. I'm gonna just say it one more time. Big bag alert. Go look at the Greeks on this. This is a swing, but this is a swing for like a week. You know what I'm saying? A week, maybe 3 days or something like that. But this is a bag. GSK. I forgot all about her. She may need bags, but and is a slow mover. Kroger. So for
Hey,
Kroger,
Moody, I have a quick question.
I don't have no quick answers. Now, Jack, what's up?
Okay, so this shade up, by the way. So when it comes to swinging, because I'm trying to get into that, I've noticed clearly like you will the market will close when you're still in the open position, whether you're down or up. And when you go into the next day, based on how much you're up or down, that either subtracts or adds to that same stock opening that day.
Oh, my bad. Say that one more time. I was trying to chart this. Go ahead.
So I was asking about when you're swinging and you close the position, you keep the position open, obviously, because you're swinging it. But then based on how much you're up or down, when it opens the next day, is it just directly like, I don't know how to really phrase it. When it opens, it either subtracts, like let's say you're down $5 on, I don't know, Disney, I don't know. But when it opens,
are you asking that if you swung, if you're in a contract and you made profits on that contract, and let's just say the contracts are making you $20 a piece, when you open up the next day, you're asking me, how do I identify the money that theta has taken away from me?
I guess so. Because I know you have to definitely consider the theta, but
Yeah.
then based on if it gaps up or down, it just, I guess the calculation just kind of throws me off. I still haven't been able to figure that out yet.
What calculations though?
When it actually opens. So if you're down like 5, I don't know, theta may be, I don't know, 6.
Nah, see, you're getting
So
confused. Nah, when the market opens, theta's already out of your contracts. As soon as the market opens at 9:30, they have taken your money.
Okay. So everything else is just based on the action that next day, that midday.
Exactly. So let's say, so my rule of thumb for swinging something is like looking at my theta. Like on small, I like to swing small accounts, right? So if I swing, let's say DBX or Kroger or something like that, let me just go to the option so you guys can follow through with me. I'm gonna go to Robinhood and I'm gonna just pull up Kroger, KR. And once I get in here, I am going to go, I know that theta is going to be extremely high on this, so I'm going to go automatically to August 5th, right? And I'm going to go to at the money 46.5 call. All right, so the theta is $4.66. All right, so this is what you do automatically, and I'm going to talk about the profit side too. So automatically you have $55, right? My rule of thumb is if I jump in this contract at $55, I am for me to swing it, I still swing them, don't get me wrong, but what I want to happen is that these contracts are at least paying me 5% to 7%. Why? Because if I'm getting that percentage from Kroger, that means that I have now gained my theta. That means that each one of my contracts, they were at 55 and now they're at 61 or 62 bucks. Right? So if my theta is at $4.66 and I am making $6 already on my contracts, I'm winning if I swing this, right? Because my contracts are now at 62 bucks, right? When the market opens now, excuse me, is at 62 bucks. When the market opens, you just look at your theta, it's going to subtract $4.66. So what you're going to do is subtract $4.66. So that's going to leave you with $57.34 on each one of your contracts, because it's going to take the $4.66 out of each one of your contracts, right? So if you're holding 30 contracts, right, what would you do is multiply $4.66, and that's how much money you lose, $139.80, right? But if you bought 30 contracts, you know what I'm saying, at $55, you put up $1,600 bucks, right? So hopefully I'm not losing you, Shay Dub. So with that being
No, you're good. You're good.
okay, so with that being said, when the market opens, I'm open up at $57 and 30 something cents. So I bought these contracts at $55. So I'm actually still up 2% now. Now, if I'm choosing to swing these contracts right at market close, like a couple of minutes beforehand, and I bought them at $55, right? And let's just talk about one contract, right? When the market opens from $55, you will subtract $4.66. Your contract will automatically be at $50.34. So you'll be negative 5%.
Okay, so then let me ask you this. When it's like 15 minutes left to the market close, and then we're trying to really decide, hey, do I really want to swing this or not? Is there a certain percentage? And I know usually based on your account size, you probably really can't do percentage. You may do a dollar amount, but do you kind of gauge like where you already are? Like, let's say if you're up, I don't know, 10%, but you may have 100 contracts versus someone with smaller accounts may have 3, may have 5, may even have 1. Like, do you identify like, hey, this is up enough for me to swing, I'll be comfortable going into the next day? Or do you just say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my profits and not even swing?
I said, well, rephrase, because I was listening, but I started charting, but I was listening. I apologize, Hey Dub. I was trying to
I was just pretty much asking when the market's about to close, and based on how the amount you're up, like, do you have an idea of a percentage or dollar amount?
I'm taking profits, and it all depends on how many contracts I have. Like, say if I'm still in my starting position, or I'll just throw numbers out there. Like, let's just say I have 30 contracts open right now, and I'm up whatever. It could be 10%, 15%. I'm gonna take my profits and I'm gonna just leave like a runner or two, and reposition myself the next reposition myself when the market opens the next day.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I always say profits. I'm obsessed with it. And then I brag to myself, like, you see, you knew you should have took profits. Look, this little runner over here, negative 40%. Yeah, but I took 15. So yeah, I just boost myself up like that. But yeah, you can take a picture of this chart. I know I kind of did it really quickly and stuff like that, but this is the move that I believe it will do. Entry. I'm gonna be real with you though. I'm gonna be real with you. This is the entry for calls. This is the entry for puts, but this is also the entry for the bounce for calls. This is the bounce entry, but this is if it breaks it, this is your put entry. If it respects it, that's your bounce entry. You can enter in to break this, and this would be a target. You can take profits right there. So you always say profits the following day I open. I didn't say that, buddy. I take profit. She asked if I was in profits and the market is about to close, do I just say F it, let me go ahead and swing it and make some more profits, or potentially risk it all, or would I take my profits? I will take my profits at market close if I don't feel, and it also depends. Like, I'm just answering the question with risk management, and I'm answering the question to save your portfolio. But with me, it's always going to be price action. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the price action is showing me that we're going to move up, I'm going to take it up. But if the price action is showing me that we're at a high and that we're going to pull back a little bit at pre-market or market opening, I'm going to just take my profits and catch one of the bounces. It's always best to take your profits and catch a re-entry, because it's always going to run, come back down. You take your profits, market opens. See, look, this is the market right here, closed on Kroger. You could have took your profits like Moody telling you, market opens, pull back. It's gonna run again, catch the bounce. Boom, Morningstar, catch the bounce, run it back up. And it's just, trust me, I understand that question. I really do, because I had that problem myself, where it's like, man, I don't want to close these, and then I wake up and it's just like these things done gapped up and now they up 70% and I'm still trying to trade, and I could have just been done trading now. You know what I'm saying? But what I told myself is that is hoping. That is trading to hope and trading with your emotions, because your emotions is telling you something and your mind is convincing you, and your mind is always going to convince you that you're right. That's why you argue with people because you're right in your mind and they're wrong. your mind will always tell you you're right, right? So you got to identify. That's why I meditate. You got to identify with that. You got to identify what's this emotion. What? I got angry. Why did I get angry? That's what I ask myself when I get angry. Why did I get angry? How did I allow Shay Dub to get me angry? I care about something about her. Okay, I have to remove that, or I have to find the root of what it was that I allowed her to control my emotions. You know what I'm saying? So just stuff like that. But yeah, you definitely take a screenshot of this. I know I'm gonna eat me some food. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. I know I got some other stuff to do that I want to talk about. But I said that to say I possibly would put out some levels today. But I'm not sure, but most likely I am. I always get in a mode and go trade Bitcoin and then be like, oh, let me stop looking at the chart. Let me go put out some charts while I wait to take my profits. But yeah, does anybody have any questions? And yo, Lala, I really, if you're still on here, I really, really, truly appreciate you, bro. Seriously.
No problem. I appreciate you. You really made a few things clear that I hadn't put together yet. So I appreciate that. I also messaged Sarah just in case. So we'll see. I'll let you know what she says.
Man, yo, DM. You know what? You get a free one-on-one. Just hit. I'm never gonna forget your name, Lala. That met Sarah. DM me, because some people will hear this and then they'll DM me and be like, "Hey, man, you said da 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 da." So I remember your name. Is your name Lala on the Discord as well?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, nah, bro. You ain't even have to do that. Like, that's love. I appreciate that.
No problem. I appreciate what you're doing. You're helping a lot of people, including me. Hopefully this will fix my little slump I've been in.
Yeah, absolutely. And take this with you too. Like, I may do a class on it. But go to Moody's channel. Go to the pin section, because this will help a lot of people. Trust me, it helped me so much. And I'm gonna ask my wife when she has time, because I'm not like all computer savvy. I am, but I'm not. I'd be lazy. To put this on a on a PowerPoint for me, so it can autocorrect and things of that nature, so I can just put it out and people could be able to use this. But Susie was the one that created this for herself, right? And she allowed me to utilize it so I can be able to grow my portfolios. And the way she told me, she was just like, "Look, Moody, it is August, right?" And this is when we were talking. And she was like, from August to December, if you start with $1,000 and you just focus on trying to make 5% of your account, of your whole entire account, is $50, $53, $55. You're using your whole entire account. She said by the end of January, the end of the year, you will be profited $1,600. Your account would be at $2,600 with a gain of 165%. She said that's just 5%, Moody, right? On a weekly profit. If you want it to be on a daily profit, this is all you got to make: $10, $11, $12, $12 a day. That's all you will need to make compounding the interest, right? Every single day is $10, $11, $11 that day, $12. It's just compounding, right? And or you could do it on a 10-week increase basis, or just a weekly profit of 10, right, percent, daily go 10%. And look at where your account starting at $1,000, right? Well, this one is at 1,100. Everything is starting at $1,000. It's just letting you know how much money you had to make that week. You had to make $100 to gain 10% out of $1,000. But out of that $1,000, that 10% week has landed you all your account being at $6,000 in the course of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, right? And that's starting on the 16th, so in the middle of the month. So really like 4 months, right? So take a screenshot of this, you know, or if you want to just create it yourself, you can also just write this down and it doesn't have to autocorrect, and you can go buy this, right? And not buy it, but go buy it. But long story short, just know, like, when you write it down, okay, I made $50 today. I increased my portfolio by $150. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to make $53, right? To keep up the 5%. I have to make an extra $3 because I increased my portfolio. And this is how you size your portfolio. Some people are just going with their profits and not understanding, and then they lose all their profits, right? You got to go with your portfolio size, because that's what you have in your portfolio. Yeah. I really go over that a lot on one-on-ones, but I really don't be caring. I just be wanting people to make money and learn. And oh, Lala, let me stop being shy and ask. Because this is also building up my brand and building up who I am. Lala, if you don't mind, go to the testimonial tab, and I will never tell you what to say. Whatever you would like to say about my classes or just learning the Strat with me, please do so. And as well, this is a question for you, and I do appreciate you if you do decide to do that. Thank you in advance. And I do have a question. How do you feel like, from learning from Rob and also learning from Sarah, how do you feel about my classes and how I deliver the Strat?
I love how you deliver it. Like I said, like learning, I've learned in the past and it just never quite clicked 100%, which is why I haven't used it 100%. But the way that you explained it, and then I don't know, something just clicked tonight. So I will definitely leave a testimony, because all of a sudden just everything that's all happened, just clicked. It just clicked, and I all of a sudden just see everything exactly the way that they've been teaching it, that I did not see before. So I'm just really excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited for you. It's clicked, and it's not because of me. It's clicked because of the amount of time and experience that you dedicated to it, right? So it's just finally, it was just that one thing that you just had to see. Probably could have been time frame continuity, something of that nature, right? That just made it just click for you. Because I remember when it just clicked for me, I couldn't go to sleep. I was like, I can't wait. I cannot wait till tomorrow. And I ain't gonna lie, I made $1,000.
Oh, that's awesome. But you also explain things really well. So I like that. You keep it real and just very simple. And I like that.
I appreciate it. I try to keep it simple and dumb.
Yeah, that's what they say. Keep it simple. I'm an overthinker. Like I overthink everything. And that's usually what messes me up in the market. And so, yeah, keeping it simple is definitely the best way to go.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm an overthinker too. I'm a Gemini. It works out for us at sometimes, right? But yeah, just trade what you see. If the market is going down, and that's what I learned from Rob, it's like, we're gonna get stopped out. Like, just take this 2-2 reversal down, try to take out that target. Once you take out that target, take your profits. Whether if you just bought a couple of contracts and it's only $7 a contract, $5 a contract, take your profits, because that's what's gonna make you disciplined. You're gonna be like, dang, the Strat works. Like what? And then the thing is, it does that, but sometimes it's just going to give you a big move and you're going to be like, oh my God. No wonder Moody says just go for 30 to 20%, keep taking those profits, because eventually it's just going to happen. You're going to try to take it at 30% and it's going to keep running and you're going to be at 70. But yeah, really appreciate your kind words, and anybody and everybody's kind words. Really appreciate that this is starting to click for you guys. And yeah, just keep dropping class ideas, because that's also where I'm getting like my August classes, and we can just go over it really quickly. You just go to these all the way to the top, to the events, and you see Jordan will be talking about trading gaps, and that was also in the class ideas, right? D-Wiz is also going to be talking about borrowing against your assets one more time, because we do believe that it went over some people's heads, and we want people to understand that even though it's crypto, this is just like life insurance or a trust fund, and you borrowing against yourself, being your own bank. You got $50,000, you put it in, you can borrow like $40,000. You know what I'm saying? Now you're at $90,000 because that $50,000 is still there and gaining interest, right? So things of that nature, right? And it's really, all this stuff is just really easy. It's just the fact, I wouldn't say that the resources were hidden. It's just seeking you shall find, right? It's just depending on where you're at on planet Earth. Don't ever blame your environment, right? Just want to be better. You know what I'm saying? And as you seek for things, you will get it. And as you start getting this information, you start growing your portfolios and you start making money on your portfolios, paying yourself, taking money out and just rotating it into a different portfolio and just growing them for your children or whoever, it just starts to get easier and easier. You implementing life insurance, a trust fund, and having multiple streams of income, with also Jordan building a business structure with an affiliate program for everybody else to make at least a 50%. The group is at $200. That's $100, you know, passive income that you could be making extra compound interest with 10 people. You know what I'm saying? That's $1,000, 20 people, that's $2,000 extra that you wasn't making, that's passive, and you can just dump that into your account and trade with that. Why? Because that's emotionless money, because it came out of thin air. You didn't work hard for that money. That's how we are. We're humans that are we're grateful, but we're ungrateful. And the reason I say that we're ungrateful is you can think of a purchase that you really wanted, right? It could have been expensive. It took you some time to get it. Could have been a t-shirt, could have been a PlayStation 5, right? Once we get what we want, we enjoy it, we love it, we're hoarders, right? And then we move on to the next thing. Oh, we want the new PlayStation 5 controller or the new game. We always want something new. We're never satisfied, right? Because material things aren't going to satisfy us. Moving with love, showing love, showing anybody love genuinely from your heart is what's going to fill you. It's what's going to make you feel complete, right? And doing it every single day. And just protecting your energy. Make sure that you're not draining your energy. I can stay on here for so long and give out all this information, and when I get off of this call, I am not going to feel drained, right? Because I know how much energy I have, and I also know how much I'm going to distribute, right? I cannot give nobody 100% of me, because then my wife has 0% of me, right? So if I'm over here going crazy and y'all think like, yo, Moody going crazy, just understand that I have an overflow of abundance of energy that I understand that I have to distribute out to the world as well. Damn, that was dope. I don't know how I thought about that. But anyways, live trading with Pastor. Just trying to go over like what I'm going to be doing throughout next month. The first class would be support and resistance for intraday and scalping. I'm not going to do like the support and resistance on the daily, on the hour. I'm gonna strictly do it on a 15, 5-minute and 1-minute chart. What else are we going to be talking about? A video breakdown, like how I was pulling up Rob's thing. I'm going to pull up some like the PMG video from Sarah, or different videos from Sarah or whoever about the strat or anything that somebody would like me to break down. And I'm going to go in depth and break it down for you guys. And then just Q&As. And then this day, is day trading steps after joining the Discord, suggestions. What else did I title it? Suggestions of what to do and what to do and learn in order. So basically, when you first join the Discord, like what should we be doing? What tabs should we hit first? Once we hit these tabs, like I'm gonna teach people where it's like there's a lot of information in here, right? So go to the bio, you know what I'm saying? Go to people's Instagram, ask some people questions. You don't have to be like, yo, who's the best trader? Like, hey, what do y'all think about Jordan as a trader? What do y'all think about Moody as a trader? What do y'all think about Zay as a trader, right? And get information and feedback from the actual community, right? Which is going to help you like, okay, cool. This person said he's a swing trader. This person said he's a small account. All right, so let me just focus on the small accounts. As a matter of fact, I like SPX. Jordan's trading SPX. Let me just focus and turn on Jordan's alerts only. You know, it's not disrespecting any other analyst. We know everybody else is great, but this is for your success, right? And for you to gradually get better. So you want to start with 1 or 2 people or 2 little parts, or, you know, you may want to join the group and then just be in the educational field. There's a lot of people that are not trading inside of this Discord and just learning and learning and learning, right? And that's okay as well, because that's going to make you great, right? But yeah, those are the kind of things that I'm going to be talking about. And then it's not going to be like this class, how to look for short-term swings, basically helping you find setups, like how I was able to find that cat on a weekly chart, how I could tell on a month when we get the new monthly chart on Monday, we're going to up, you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, where you just know like this is a high probability trade and this is an automatic money maker. I'm going to help you guys be able to find that as well. So you can do that, those kind of things on your own, right? Still take the trades that the Discord provides, but also learning how to fish for yourself. And that's what I'm big on. I'm big on teaching people how to fish, right? Because it makes sense for me to feed you, but it really doesn't, because if I feed you and just give you money and say, hey, this is how you make free money, the day that I die, you're not going to be able to do that, right? So I want to be able to not let no one feel how I felt when I first started trading. When I was in discourse, I was happy or whatever, you know, I was making money, I had great luck, but it got to a certain point where I just wanted to take my trades, right? And if they didn't get on live, I didn't trade. I didn't like that feeling of somebody basically having control of my success. So I took it upon my own hand and did what I had to do. But yeah, man. She said, I'm drained. I'm at the end. I feel you. Moody, I joined late. Do you use a scanner to find Strat reversals? Nah, I used to. This Discord price action warriors, but I gotta go read up. I think they're about to close it. So only channel that you see is because you haven't selected a row. Do you oh yeah, so they're changing things up, right? So you just gotta select the row. You can select both rows, really don't matter. But yeah, he already took it off. Yeah, it's happening quick. All right, so what I had peaked, let me see, this is now a unmonitored server. Yeah, so this guy, his name is Justin. He's in the Strat community as well. You can find him on Facebook in the Strat community. I've been talking with him for a little while. He's really, really cool. But long story short, he has his own Discord, but he connected with this Discord, Price Action Warriors. I don't know what happened, but he had his trading bots on here, right? So he has taken off his trading bot from here. And I guess that this is just going to be a regular Discord. I was sending a lot of people in here, but I also sent people here, but I haven't put this one out in a while. But this is where he went back to, right? The Discord that he created with the Strat bot. And he is now putting out, like, you'll see, like today, I think he said was the first day that he put out like the daily ones, but they'll all start coming back out. But you know, you could just go to the chat and see what they're talking about. See every day, everyone, the bot has posted tomorrow's setups in day one, right? So that's the only one that's working right now because he's transitioning to come back into here. But this is the bot that I used to use, right? For the 15-minute, 30-minute, 1 hour daily, weekly, monthly. And this helped me not to have to run through a whole bunch of stocks, right? Like, so daily, if you was to go to the daily one, is already, all of these are stocks, right? This is just the time frame continuity. Daily's green, weekly's green, monthly's green, right? GM, McDonald's, and you just go look at the ticker and it's already telling you the setup, right? Because we don't care about no patterns. We care about the Strat setup. We care about price action. This is two up, so it's in a continuation. So it's letting us know all of these stocks right here are on continuations. They're already reversed and they're continuing to go to the upside, right? This is fail to up. So this could possibly be a ref strat, like to go 3 bar, right? Because it failed to go 2 up and it's coming back down. So it's 2 up that it can go 3 bar, but this is the daily, so I take that back. So it's just a fail 2 up. So what you're looking for is a 2-2 reversal to the downside, right? Because this candlestick is closed already. So outside bars, letting you know that Lucid and PFE, right? You just pull up the chart, PFE, outside bar, daily. Go to the daily time frame. I can already start seeing that big old bar, outside bar, big outside bar. That's a huge range, right? For PFE, 48.99 all the way to 52.26, 28, right? So that's a large range. So those are the things that I used to do, right? Like, say, to answer your question, bro, like for the setups, I used to do things like that, 1, 2 up, right? So rev strat, CLL. So we know we're on a daily, so we just go into the daily chart, depending on what time frames you like to use, right? What was it? CLL. There it goes. 1, 2, right? So that was a 2, 1, 2 reversal. That's a bullish reversal. 2 down, 1, 2 reversal. So this is the reversal going into a continuation, right? Or it can go into some consolidation. And that's all I did, bro. Whenever I did like scan for stuff, and I scan my own. And then you can also, if you don't see a stock that you like on here or something like that, or you want him to put a stock on in the scanner, you just go to the chat. You literally go to the chat and you just drop it in there. And man, I guess I'll just say it. Hopefully that dude, because I'm actually reply back to this DM. They live trade every single freaking day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it again. Hopefully y'all heard that, but you know, it's right here. They did it too. I stay around Stratters. I'm a Stratter, so I try to be around as many Stratters as I can, right? But this is gonna be no more. So I don't know who's gonna be on here, right? I'm trying to find the owner. I forget his name. It was another dude. This dude. Oh no, that's the bot. Dang, he's not even in here. I don't know where he's at. Look at my boy Fried Daddy. But yeah. So you could do stuff like that. People have trade ideas, you know, just go through the discourse. It's amazing. Like, I'm not gonna show you, but this is other Discord, right? That they're in our Discord, and I've been watching them. Because one of them actually like got in my DMs and was like, bro, I don't appreciate you using my content, because I was dropping like some of his content from Instagram. I'm like, what? Like, don't you want people to learn? Like, you're posting it on Instagram, and I just never created one, so I'm just gonna use this to break it down and teach somebody. And I'm just like, bro, I'm not making no money off of your content, bro. I'm trying to teach people how to trade. What are you talking about? He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, bro. Like, now he felt flattered that, you know, I'm learning from him and stuff like that. So you know what Moody did, right? You want to question Moody? Now let me go to your Discord. I watched his whole entire Discord. And we motivated him. He has support tickets now. Guess what? They have a Strat trader. He talks about the Strat. When I go to his Instagram, he's now talking about this and that. And what does Moody do? I just be like, man, God, you so beautiful. You use me for that? Man, you so beautiful. But yeah. Oh, look, Crown Royal. I remember this dude. He's super cool, but I didn't know, because you always question like, yo, Moody, DBX. Are you trading DBX? And I was like, bro, why are you asking me that? Did I put it out? But I know he really liked the Strat when I first came into the Discord, Crown Royal, and super, super proud of you that I'm in a trade ideas and I'm seeing you all up in here. That's true. That's fire. Look at my boy right here. You know what I'm saying? He know me, but he's in our Discord as well. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just not the type of person where I'm just not going to give somebody information. I'm not going to make it a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? But if you guys are trying to strat and stuff like that, I'm not the only person in the world that strats, right? So there's going to be amazing people in different Discords that you can, you know, gravitate to. And I've said it before, like, you always want to join different Discords. But what I meant by that is like joining different Discords to see the resources and to see the community and see how they're performing in their community, right? If you enter a Discord and you see that mostly just the members are talking and they're the ones answering questions, you know, to me, that's not a good sign. That's not a good Discord. If I see the moderators and, you know, the admins and stuff like that responding back to questions and doing this and jumping on voice, that's a good Discord, because they care, you know what I'm saying? But it's always just understanding what to do. And I always just lead people back to our Discord, because I know what we're planning. I know what we're doing. You know, a lot of Discords are signals and things of that nature. We're an educational Discord with signals as well. And making sure that people can make money off of this as well, and not just the people running it, right? So yeah, I'll just be on here just talking, so I'm about to get off here. But yeah, I'll follow Godzilla. We'll check it out. Thanks. Absolutely. Absolutely. You call him Godzilla. I call him by his real name, Justin. Moody, I joined late. Yeah, I answer these questions. All right, yeah, but let me stop this recording.